me a smile. Just a little bit, y'all. Just a little bit, y'all. Cause it's all good.
I would never wanna hold you down. I would never wanna hold you hostage. I'm just glad that I can hold you now. And I'ma be a better man for it. I've been waiting for this my whole life. Life is beautiful and you remind me. I've been waiting for this my whole life. My whole life.
And my whole life I've been waiting for the time I could hold you for a minute just to kiss you goodbye. I've been caught up in the pines over half of my life, so when I see you at the beach, that's what I'm missing inside. High or low tide, when I'm with you I'm fine, but when we're separated I'll be losing my mind. I promise I'ma keep it on the real though. My heart is torn in half and I know that it's gonna heal slow, and I don't even care if it's soft. I had to write about it, baby girl, you know who you are. Just know I'm missing you in that walk. I had a dream about it, baby girl, get into the car, so I can take you to the places and faces that we have never seen. I feel like you could lead me down the path of better things. I've been thinking lately, what's a king without a queen? Baby, something like the space in between. You mean the world to me.
Come on girl, I'm ready to go. I hope you're coming with me. Maybe we should reach for the stars. Come on girl, I need you to grow. It's like the sun that hit me, baby, know wherever you are. Of all the places you have gone and bridges you have crossed, I've been waiting all alone for you. I came and knocking on your door. I'm glad you let me in, cause I was working harder than a man is trying to pay the rent. It all started through a friend of a friend. We tried loving once and then we did it again. Baby, come on back, you know I'm needing that. Come on, I gotta keep you on me like a greenery sack. I think that I'ma cross a map just to tell you I'm back, and you can show me all the places you be kicking it at. When I say I'll see you soon, I want it right now. I just hope that you be hanging with the right crowd. I'm here to make you happy, baby, I don't wanna fight now. I know you won't forget what we was doing with the lights out. I would never wanna hold you down. I would never wanna hold you hostage. I'm just glad that I can hold you now. And I'ma be a better man for it. I've been waiting for this my whole life. Life is beautiful and you remind me. I've been waiting for this my whole life. My whole life. Come on girl, I'm ready to go. I hope you're coming with me. Maybe we should reach for the stars. Come on girl, I need you to grow. It's like the sun that hit me, baby, know wherever you are. Of all the places you have gone and bridges you have crossed, I've been waiting all alone for you. Of all the places you have gone and bridges you have crossed, I've been waiting all alone for you.
Give me a smile. Just a little bit, y'all. Just a little bit, y'all. Cause it's all good. Cause it's all good. Give me a smile. Just a little bit, y'all. Just a little bit, y'all. Cause it's all good. Cause it's all good.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Happy Sunday. Let's go ahead and pause that. Whew. Sorry, a little out of breath. So, anyways, yeah, happy Sunday. What I wanted to do today is, well, let's get a little background information. So, I started advertising the BV Accord. Let's go ahead and pull that up. So, this is the culmination. Oh, let's see. Let's make this a little. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. But anyways, so this is the culmination of about, I don't know, 5 years of brainstorming with AI tools, pretty much since the beginning of the pandemic. Now, well, not the beginning. So I guess this is more like 2021 when I actually started, or I don't know. I mean, it's the chicken and the egg as far as like how long ago I was concerned about stuff like the cartels, the war on drugs. Not concerned about the cartels, about our own government, as far as that's. And also, I want to talk about. Well, sorry, I want to double check and make sure that my voice is coming through. So, I mean, all it takes is one time to be like, yep, see right there. One time to talk to myself for like half an hour. I've been like, yeah. So, but anyways, so this is big. I already sent out this to, and this is where it starts to sound crazy. The Chinese government, the Russian government, our government, or the U.S. government. So for those that are outside the country, the U.S. government. I shared it to some political activists, and I actually spoke in front of some pretty big key players in the world I don't know who. I mean, like I can't even name names, but Brian Krasenstein, who is a huge advocate, liberal advocate. Uh, I wouldn't say political hacktivist, but he's definitely doing some social engineering stuff. Like which I mean, and I don't fault him for it. I actually, told him I support what he's doing. I mean, like it is dangerous what he's doing. He's basically repeating, um, the same stuff that President Trump did. And notice I'm saying President Trump because even though, oh, and I said this in the talking space, there's a lot of crazy stuff coming out in those files. So I mean, my buddy's just been kind of bubbling up a few of the more egregious ones to me because, and rightfully so, he's still concerned about this whole plan anyway. He doesn't know if Trump will learn his lesson. And it's not just Trump; it's his friends and whoever Epstein was recording and like entrapping, basically, or whatever. I don't. And in fact, I don't even want to call it entrapping because I like what Epstein did too. I mean, I don't like how he did it, but there it is. To stop that kind of, well, whatever. The legality of it. We'll discover all that here soon. But that's why I have restorative justice versus punitive justice, and it's not because I like Trump, and it's not because I think because he's got the most money in the world or whatever. I think that's actually Putin. But anyways, no, it's none of that. It's because we've found ourselves in a system of the uber wealthy and the masses. Like we've got a 1% and a 99% split. And this is exactly what the Bible was foretelling in Christianity of why money is the root of all evil. Worldly possessions are not worth it. We laugh and we joke about the pharaohs trying to be buried with all their wealth, and then we'll turn around and buy a yacht like Big Daddy, whatever, like with a big old pot belly, like it's ridiculous. And so and sorry, not to like single out the wealthy either, because any one of us would do, I don't know, the same exact thing because it's a human problem. Humans, space monkeys or whatever. I mean, if you ascribe to the ancient astronaut theory of God and Jesus being aliens that just came down, uh, created some social experiments here, and then flew off somewhere. And South Park, again, a lot of this goes back to South Park. And so for those that don't know me, I love South Park. I'm one of their biggest fans. I've watched. I mean, I haven't watched like the last like 10 seasons, and that's so it's weird saying I'm one of their biggest fans yet. I haven't been able to figure out or taken the time and money to figure out how to get it. Now, back when it was DVDs and TV, I had the first like 10 seasons on disc. I had the first 6 seasons memorized basically because that's like all I watched for years, and I still can rattle off, like I'll be watching it and I could probably rattle off like most of like the stuff. I've got that kind of like weird brain that just like captures what's important to me. I mean, again, human brain. I feel like, people remember sports stars names and stuff, and I remember obscure quotes from a South Park episode from like season 1. Like so yeah. But anyways, and this is not so mutually assured construction. I literally all I did one night was I was just thinking about it and I was like, huh, what if we just flipped mutually assured destruction, thinking I was being all edgy and hip, like, let's just flip that. And I was like, but what about it? Like, what if we agreed to just build and make it a competition of who, I mean, we have the Olympics of how good we can run, jump, and swim and all that. Okay, not not to downplay that, that's awesome. It's a snooze fest for Americans, I feel like, because we just win every year. Like, oh yeah, we got the most medals, and like, oh, China almost came close. Oh no, America got it. It's like, and imagine that from the perspective of every other country in the world. Like, oh, there goes U.S. again, patting themselves on the back for 50 gold medals. They got 5,000 athletes all jacked up on crazy drugs and stuff. And Michael Phelps with cannabis. He's the most decorated Olympian. Let's actually look that up real quick because that's one of the things that people. Michael Phelps most medals. Michael Phelps holds the record for the most Olympic medals ever won by an athlete with a total of 28 medals, including an unmatched 23 gold medals. Oh, I'm sorry, the gold and all that, but 3 silver and 2 bronze, and not downplaying that either. Like he's done great. Like that's awesome. I'm not trying to take away from that. However, the rest of the world is like, oh yay, they swim, they swim fast, like and it's not all that, but like if it was us and and someone who used to play sports for many years, it was me. I mean, like basketball, I sucked at basketball. I scored on the other team's goal because I wasn't paying attention after I was put in, and I was like, okay, ball to the net, ball to the net. All right, dribble it up. I shoot switch-handed, so I was like, okay, let's just do a layup. Oh, super clean. Wow, there's nobody around me. All right, I'm going. And people were yelling like, wrong way, yo, go the other way. And I'm like, yeah, I got this. And I throw it up, and I'm like, and they're like, no, you're over there. I'm like, what? I can't win with you guys. Like, I mean, this basket, that basket, what? But anyways, my point is Michael Phelps cannabis. Michael Phelps made a big splash at the Beijing Olympics, but sadly he got in hot water later for smoking marijuana and being caught by it. Yeah, he was a pothead. That's what people would call him. But like, yeah, what a dope. See, look at that. This, oh my God, that's English. That's from our people. Like, our people. We're all one global family, by the way. Let's just get that straight. But nah, like you can have the most medals in American history, in human history. Sorry, not American history, in human history. Phelps goes bong. Like a play on the words, like Phelps goes wrong, maybe. Go another caught with cannabis pipe. Oh, he probably got so many deals snatched up. Smoked cannabis, but right there, see, so that's people pointing out. They're like, "Hey, look, he's smoking it. What's wrong with that? Yeah, what a dope. More of this. What a dope. What a Jesus. No, he is a American hero and treasure. Godspeed, sir. Thank you for all this. There's Joe Rogan, dude. Look at that. And Joe Rogan's a hero too. Oh, is that B? And that mugs for Be Real? Yeah. That's or not mugs. It's yeah. Be Real. Be Real. See, I'm starting to learn. Like, I knew the Cypress Hill and Mugs and Be Real and Shaggy Two Dope. I think is like the third one because I just listen to their music a lot. But like, and I started trying to watch their podcasts. And no offense, fellas, I don't have the attention span. Like, I just don't, as people can see from this stuff. But anyways, I say these things and I do these discussions, and I feel like people aren't watching the videos. They're just jumping to conclusions. So I'm making this video. Yeah, go figure. No, what I need to do is I need to add pages to this. So this is what I've been handing out. We're going to do a document tab, tab 2. So that's tab 1. And tab 2 is going to be, wait, how do I, see, I really like that mint. It's like for resume, I think. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff in here, but oh, I was doing this for like a tribute page. I've got a few, specifically women, but I'm gonna do one for women, men, everyone in between. I don't even want to make that distinction. Like it's really whatever that, but in between might be the. Anyways, and there are some of those, like one of the first transgender lady, but I would say she'd want to be on the ladies page, so I would put her on the ladies page, not the in between. It depends on what they want, but as everything should be. I mean, and I can't make that public until I get the people's permission. And for one, it's actually one of my late professors, so I'd have to get her husband's permission, who, depending on what he's heard last about me, I might seem crazy, or I might seem perfectly sane and well respected. Like, it's so funny how that kind of goes back and forth. I haven't had the crazy for a long time until my family saw the BV Accord. And not to throw them under the bus, like they're rightfully concerned because the BV Accord, the FAQ as is, it's just if without any other preparation information, it's like, okay, we've got all the ingredients, and like I've got $500 billion. I don't have $500 billion or whatever the dollar amount is down here, or no, and I don't have the cartel's approval. I haven't talked to the. I don't talk to the cartels. Let's just be honest there. I am neither cool enough nor suspect enough nor, and the feds already probably know this. Like they know that I am so boring anymore. Also, because I said a bunch of key buzzwords when I was doing the Space Jesus project, which I actually did have a medication mismanagement, so I will own up to that. But I pinged the police stations through Facebook and all this, and I did all this crazy stuff on Facebook. Meta knows. Mark knows. He's probably like, that dude's freaking crazy. Stay away from this guy. But no, I mean, and I like to think that now, again, not that I've talked to any of these people, and that was part of the Space Jesus thing, is I was like pretending like I'm talking to these people, like because when you, and I'm seeing so many of these like TikToks and Facebook Reels about ADHD, and if you can't tell, I got some ADHD going on, but part of it is discussing and talking through a speech, which I talk to myself all the time, but I know it's not like I'm not talking to the person, and I'm not like I'm rehashing arguments maybe, but I know that that person isn't currently there. I'm just preparing that little bit of a speech to where I can kind of remember it if I talk to that person or if I need to. But a lot of times I just forget and I'll remember vague like points and I'll be like, hold on, gather my thoughts, remember that speech that I talked through. And people do it all the time. It's part of public speaking. Like if you're going to be a politician, you got to talk in front of a mirror. You got to worry about your hand gestures, pointing and effective at this or like, but hand gestures are part of nonverbal communication. Also like noticing like facial tics, like mood of the voice, agitation levels, like all these things. So, which is, I feel like this movie's gonna do, or this video is, it's gonna go far, I believe, to fixing some things. But I gotta explain. So, anyways, wait, can I just, yeah, duplicate, copy of tab 2. So I got tab 2. Oh, whoops, no. Okay, there we go. See? That's the lazy way of doing it. So now, okay, the BV Accord backstory. Where is this coming from? And observe it. A series of observations and concerns. What is punitive justice versus restorative? Excuse me. Oh, and I don't even know if that's the best wording, but people are free to comment. In fact, do I do this on camera? Let's take this over here. All right, cool. And the reason I do that is so anybody who's been watching my Twitch in the OSINT has already captured like a lot of people that I know, their emails and all that. That's a bad data leak. However, I'm thinking after a bunch of this, it's not going to matter. Plus, I mean, and I'll explain. Like, I mean, yes, like if my friends, all the people on LinkedIn got their emails leaked at least once and phone numbers leaked. I was texted by the CEO of the company that I work for, um, on like week 1. I was training with like the IT guy, the guy that was teaching me the current cybersecurity standards of this place and what to look out for. And I'm like, oh, by the way, I don't think this is legit, but is this legit? And first I asked him, I was like, who is this? And mind you, I just got done doing a 6-month boot camp, intensive boot camp on cybersecurity, which I have a certificate of completion. I'm not certified, and I guess there is that distinction. I need to pay the $500 to take the test to get the certificate, so I'm certified that way. I mean, so it's easier to be certifiably insane. Oh, just kidding. Anyways, focus on that. What else? And I had a list. Here we go. So this, I just started another one of these. So like, update the GitHub, saying like, hey, check out the BV Accord FAQ because it's being amended. Um, uh, human biology, punitive. So this is what we're on right now. And political spin. Okay, there we go. Yeah, political spin. So tab 1 is still. Wait. So this also features. So I double copied here. I gotta be careful before I do too much work this direction because. Oh, wait, no, no. So this is tab 1. We'll just rename backstory. FAQ. Because I got to make it to where people coming to see this will be like, oh my god, that's crazy. And then they'll look to the side like, oh, okay, here's a backstory. And then I get to explain some of the backstory. And then we're going to do another one. Uh, Duplicate. And rename this human stats. Or, I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't feel like this should really be all that necessary to explain, but it is. So, because I think the biggest thing that people, especially women, are going to have an issue with is the mouth as a mouth. Now, that is a very crude idea, but it also is the correct one. And why do I say that? Human stats, biology, needs, testosterone, estrogen, all that. People do entire degrees on gender studies and like the biology and the chemistry of like puberty blockers or adding testosterone or adding estrogen or even just like a deficiency of it. So before transgender was even a thing, people were studying this stuff for males with low testosterone. That's a huge thing. Like, like ED, and all the like, problems that can arise for men as far as reproductive stuff and masculinity, or even the perspective of that would drive a market for somebody to be researching into that kind of stuff. So, human stats biology, we'll just go into that biology. It's the fact, the science behind it. Now, I'm not a biologist. I'm a computer scientist that focuses mostly on cybersecurity. Um, Positive manipulation, nah, it's not even manipulation at that point. It's coaching. And the negative is people using social engineering to manipulate people or systems in a negative way, like political spin. Okay, so let's focus here. So we've got backstory, political spin, pay to play politics. And and it's not just because Trump basically bought the presidency this time. He didn't just buy it with money, he bought it with fancy words and promises, which he could still deliver on. If we get the American Academy, actually, no, don't even worry about that. We don't need to pigeonhole it in that. In fact, let's actually do this benchmarks. Because here's the thing. Now let's rename this benchmarks. How will we know that this is being successful? So, guess we've got human biology, FAQ, backstory, human stats, biology, benchmarks. I love the wizard right there. I think about Gandalf every time I see that. Oh, a wizard arrives precisely when he plans to. Should be when they plan to, because women and wizards. I don't even know. Like, I mean, I think I often refer to them as like sorceresses, but then it's like wizards, and then the Harry Potter thing, witches and wizards. Okay, that ain't cool. Like, I mean, that'd be like a witches and warlocks. Like, okay, it'd be wizards and wizards. Like, a lady wizard or a man wizard. Like, shouldn't matter, but. And that's not a stab at J.K. Rowling for the trans stuff too. I honestly don't even know. I haven't like I know that like a lot of people are upset at what she says. I haven't heard what she said or spent the time to research that all enough to speak on it. So I won't. But just know that I do support the trans community responsibly, which I was just debating with someone that I lived with. Like we got to know each other pretty well, very well. Sorry, that's like a Rick and Morty thing, and he knows what I'm talking about. But Mr. Sorry. Um, uh, but we were talking about transgender stuff and just like with kids, and so like the concern is actually let's put this in here somewhere. Um, mm, Hot topics. So that's benchmarks. Okay, so backstory, political spin, pay to play politics. The founding fathers worked very hard to provide the best guide they could to ensure a government never became unstable or became like past failed government attempts. Um, let's see. Every government is trying to do this. I don't know how much I want to say. Yeah, pricks and war criminals. That's the other reason I need to write or make these videos and clarify this stuff because we're talking. Uh, like this is a scalable solution for everything. I'm talking everything. Everything from the basic petty crimes here in the States to literal war. I mean, and if I love my country and I support my country, part of that is trying to fess up and take accountability for what my country has done. Do you know what our country has done for the people in America? How many people we've killed? Actually, let's just look at it real quick. Total casualties of the Iraq and Afghanistan war. Let's just call that. Casualty status. All right. Total deaths in the Iraq and Afghanistan wars are estimated to be at least 4.5 to 4.7 million people. Okay, so with over 940,000 deaths directly resulting from war violence. So, I mean, a lot less for like war violence, but like the ensuing wait, what would that even mean? Hold on. See, I don't want to be speaking all high and mighty when I don't even really understand what these numbers mean. But let's see. The contractors, civilians, direct violent deaths. So quarter million to just around like a little under, a little over. So quarter million direct violent because we went over there. Now, mind you, 9/11 was about 3,000, and this some part. Why do I know that? Is because I keep. In fact, we just say like 9/11 casualties. About 3,000. So, um, military opposition fighters, U.S. military personnel. So, like, oh, okay, these military, and then our military, because we lose more than 10,000 every year from our health insurance, just because of people not having enough health insurance, dying from preventable causes. That if they went to a doctor regularly, like I need to go to a doctor regularly, and I actually have good health insurance, so I'm working on that. But I mean, I'm losing weight and eating better, so like at least we're trying that. Not that there was even a concern, blah blah blah, and all that, and like insurance might spike, but like, oh my god, he's eating healthy. Blah, 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 blah. No, insurance is gonna get fixed too. But um, yeah, like 500,000. Wait, now this one's saying from direct war violence. Okay, indirect deaths caused by the war's destruction of economies, healthcare systems, infrastructure, and the environment. So, yeah, dropping explosives all over a country will throw up a bunch of dust, destroy the place. They have to rebuild. I don't know how deaths would keep happening from that, but I mean, I. Okay, well, for some perspective, Holocaust casualties. Not saying that. And when I say that this, and I'm comparing to this, like casualties, I'm not trying to belittle the Holocaust or how bad it was for Jewish people. And I feel like that 1.5 million children. Okay, so that's 6 million. All right. Historians and scholars widely accept the figure of 6 million Jewish deaths, which is supported by demographic data. Okay, so oh wait, oh, and even 13 million. Hold on. because that's just Jewish, and it is important to kind of understand that because they got the brunt of it. Like they were shipped off to camps. It was terrible. Like watch the Inglorious Bastards movie. I mean, it'll explain a lot of that. I mean, or we should just have a common knowledge of how bad this was. Same with the Japanese invasion of China, which was like um, casualties from Japan invading China. Now I want to bring up YouTube. But Li Jing or something. Ling. Oh, actually, I don't know what that is. There's me. Um, no, I have it pulled up here. Actually, let's go back to the other one. Her. So I follow her and I try to briefly comment, and she has some great content about, and she's funny and like she speaks very very good English, which it always surprises me. Like when people, you'd almost think that was her first language if you just listen to her, but then you start to hear like little tiny things. But she speaks Chinese and English, so mad props to that. I can't speak Spanish as good as she speaks English. Y hablo español, pero no mucho y muy despacio y necesito palabras de niños muy cerca. So I speak like a kid, basically. Very broken Spanish. Like I can't do conjugating verbs, future past. But anyways, she does a lot of videos about Chinese history. That's why I bring that up. So let's look back at what this was. This is insane. 20 million. Already we're at 3 times plus how many Jewish people died during the Holocaust. And this is just one invasion from, or wait, no, the invasion of China, the Second Sino-Japanese War from 1937 to 1945. So this was this part of like World War II, basically. Right, I mean, so I think right, like World War II timeline. Yeah, 1939 to 1945. So that overlaps with this. This was 37 to 45. That's 39 to 45. Right. So it ended in 45. But this is what was alarming. And so in that Li Jingjing, I'm not trying to be racist. I know that her name has some of that. It's Li Jingjing. Yeah, see? I'm getting it. All right. So actually, let's just do this. Actually, let's do this and add. So there's the shout out pages. Mm, I hate that I have to do all this work just to prove that I'm not actually crazy. Like, it's just sort of it's concerning. I'm sorry, and it is. Like, get it, but like, all right, shout out, call out. So I did start doing that. So now we need. Oh, I forgot to do this. So now we need to go to GitHub. HTML. Fork that and get this and do a CTC. Copy this to the cut the crud, and then we're going to do a new file called shoutout.html, which is also known as SO in certain areas, which is funny because, anyways. And we need a new Monty Python. Let's do, and now, or something completely different, quotes. This is one of my favorite movies too. It's not dead, it's just pining for the fields. There we go. That's a perfect one. And this is shout out. Oops. Okay, and shout outs. Just a description, I guess. Like, it is important that we make known when we appreciate the efforts of others. This is often hard to do. So this, okay, that's what I was trying to avoid. That's exactly what I was trying to avoid. Bear with me. Bear like a bear. It would be patient. So yeah, bear with me. And someone might correct me, and then I'll be like, nah, Google said this, so bear with me as I navigate how to properly shout out people for noteworthy behavior or accomplishments or content. Hit him with the old razzle dazzle Etsy. All right. See, Copilot's awesome. Look at that. Create the file for shoutouts and stuff. Added HTML structure with buttons for brand selection. Nice. So that's actually brand selection because originally I built that nav bar as a. Oh, no. Let's see. Oh, yes. Mm, mm, mm. Let's see. Actually, I'll just do that. Okay. Anyways, so Copilot is good, and it says brand stuff because I originally used that when I was trying to make some material for pitching a job to a company that I did call center work for, and they had a bunch of like it was for kids stuff. Actually, is that fair? Shout out. I mean, I'm gonna do a shout out for KiwiCo. Let's just look at KiwiCo because they are a really cool company, and like KiwiCo, they make educational stuff, and I did. Let's not do sponsors. I mean, yes, no, the money and all that. But anyways, this. So, and as a dad that just had kids all through these ages, yes, they went through 1 year old, 2 year old, 3 year old. Amazing, right? Sorry. Like when I talk to people about all of these come from a place where I've had to explain myself to people or prove like sanity or safety or it's just ridiculous. So, but anyways, all because of things that yeah. But my point is, let's see, ages. There we go. So you can see they're color coded for the different age ranges. Now I want to say this is like, well, let's just look. So this is a, they'll have an animal, maybe, or maybe they moved away from it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so here you have all the different animals. So you've got panda, koala, kiwi, atlas, doodle, tinker. Yeah, and they actually expanded that. Tinker and Doodle used to be kind of the same thing. Maybe they, well, and I that's kind of reminds me of like STEAM, how they're adding art back into like STEM, which I'm totally fine with. I think really all school is important. STEM, I don't like that there's that divide, but I mean my XApp thing is like Alex Ryan STEM. Like I'm purposely trying to say that I'm focused on science, technology, education, or no engineering and math, which I was not the best at math. I struggled with calculus. Engineering, I did not because I tried to be an engineer student and I messed that up because I was allowed to pick my own classes and I didn't know that there was different types of math and all this. In hindsight, it sounds ridiculous, but I feel like that meme of like Mr. Incredible, math is math, but no. So, anyways, this is why, in fact, if we go to my code pen, that's where I originally got it, but, or if we look at Alex, it's my GitHub, that's how you can change this. So it's just, And I'm calling myself Space Jesus, which I don't think my family would like because it bothered them when I did. And maybe I should take that out. But that's what the AI told me would be a good idea. Like, was it a correct answer? I don't know. But I mean, let's just go back to the normal. So, shout out, gratitude page, call out, concern page. There we go. So we're adding those. The mission, that, the Chinese. Yeah, this looks pretty insane. Wait, we got Russian in there somewhere too, right? Yeah, or no, that's Chinese. This is the Russian. So we got Russian, message to Russia, message to China. Should I maybe hide that? I don't. See, I don't think so. Because I think it's important that anybody be like, wait, have you told this to Russia or China? Yeah, that's what I said. It's respectful and it is created, tailored with the idea of being shown to them in mind. I want it present that they know that I asked AI how to appropriately and politely talk to these people. Like, people think I'm some kind of idiot or something. Like, sorry, no, it's just really had a hard time with like anybody looking at this. Like, but I guess I digress. I need to add more sections and explain why and the where and the history and the wherewithal of all this. So, the backstory, the human stats, biology, benchmarks, hot topic. Actually, how much time we got going on? It's coming up on 3/4 of the hour. Sorry, I gotta use a bathroom break. So we will take a quick break. But we're gonna get into this. These are the main topics, and I want to go through and fill out all of this stuff. So bear with me. We'll play some Jacob Lyle. Sorry if it goes into commercial. I'm starting to dance. So let's just do You Remind Me Again. That's such a great song. Oh, Jacob Lyle, he's the GOAT. All right. And I had no idea that he was doing this. And he even told me like 3 or 4 years ago. He's like, yeah, dude, I make music. And I hate to admit, I forgot to keep looking at everything, which sucks because I'm making up for it now. Shout outs, promoting it. If all this stuff ends up happening, his songs are going to be on the theme tracks of some stuff. And like, so anyways, if they're not already going to be, like people are starting to discover Mr. Jacob Lyle here. So let's listen to that, take a break. I'll be back in like 5-10. Enjoy the music.
Give me a smile, just a little bit, y'all, cause it's all good. I would never wanna hold you down, I would never wanna hold you hostage. I'm just glad that I can hold you now, and I'ma be a better man for it. I've been waiting for this my whole life. Life is beautiful and you remind me. I've been waiting for this my whole life. My whole life.
And my whole life I've been waiting for the time I could hold you for a minute just to kiss you goodbye. I've been caught up in the pines over half of my life, so when I see you at the beach, that's what I'm missing inside. Higher low tide, when I'm with you I'm fine, but when we're separated I'll be losing my mind. I promise I'ma keep it on the real though. My heart is torn in half and I know that it's gonna heal slow, and I don't even care if it's soft. I had to write about it, baby girl, you know who you are. Just know I'm missing you in that walk. I had a dream about it, baby girl, get into the car, so I can take you to the places and faces that we have never seen. I feel like you could lead me down the path of better things. I've been thinking lately, what's a king without a queen? Baby, something like the space in between. You mean the world to me.
Come on girl, I'm ready to go. I hope you're coming with me. Maybe we should reach for the stars. Come on girl, I need you to grow. It's like the sun that hit me, baby, now wherever you are. Of all the places you have gone and bridges you have crossed, I've been waiting all alone for you. I came and knocking on your door. I'm glad you let me in, cause I was working harder than a man is trying to pay the rent. It all started through a friend of a friend. We tried loving once and then we did it again. Baby, come on back, you know I'm needing that. Come on, I gotta keep you on me like a greenery sack. I think that I'ma cross a map just to tell you I'm back, and you can show me all the places you be kicking it at. When I say I'll see you soon, I want it right now. I just hope that you be hanging with the right crowd. I'm here to make you happy, baby, I don't wanna fight now. I know you won't forget what we was doing with the lights out. I would never wanna hold you down, I would never wanna hold you hostage. I'm just glad that I can hold you now, and I'ma be a better man for it. I've been waiting for this my whole life. Life is beautiful and you remind me. I've been waiting for this my whole life. My whole life. Come on girl, I'm ready to go. I hope you're coming with me. Maybe we should reach for the stars. Come on girl, I need you to grow. It's like the sun had hit me, baby. Know wherever you are. Of all the places you have gone and bridges you have crossed, I've been waiting all alone for you. Of all the places you have gone and bridges you have crossed, I've been waiting all alone for you. Give me a smile, just a little bit, y'all, just a little bit, y'all, 'cause it's all good, 'cause it's all good. Give me a smile, just a little bit, y'all, just a little bit, y'all, 'cause it's give me a smile, just a little bit, y'all, just a little bit, y'all, 'cause it's all good. I would never wanna hold you down. I would never wanna hold you hostage. I'm just glad that I can hold you now, and I'ma be a better man for it. I've been waiting for this my whole life. Life is beautiful and you remind me. I've been waiting for this my whole life. My whole life.
And my whole life I've been waiting for the time I could hold you for a minute just to kiss you goodbye. I've been caught up in the pines over half of my life, so when I see you at the beach, that's what I'm missing inside. Higher low tide, when I'm with you I'm fine, but when we're separated I'll be losing my mind. I promise I'ma keep it on the real though. My heart is torn in half and I know that it's gonna heal slow, and I don't even care if it's soft. I had to write about it, baby girl, you know who you are. Just know I'm missing you in that walk. I had a dream about it, baby girl, get into the car, so I can take you to the places and faces that we have never seen. I feel like you could lead me down the path of better things. I've been thinking lately, what's a king without a queen? Baby, something like the space in between. You mean the world to me.
Come on girl, I'm ready to go. I hope you're coming with me. Maybe we should reach for the stars. Come on girl, I need you to grow. It's like the sun that hit me, baby. Know wherever you are. Of all the places you have gone and bridges you have crossed, I've been waiting all alone for you. I came a knocking on your door. I'm glad you let me in, 'cause I was working harder than a man is trying to pay the rent. It all started through a friend of a friend. We tried loving once and then we did it again. Baby, come on back, you know I'm needing that. Come on, I gotta keep you on me like a greenery sack. I think that I'ma cross a map just to tell you I'm back, and you can show me all the places you be kicking it at. When I say I'll see you soon, I want it right now. I just hope that you be hanging with the right crowd. I'm here to make you happy, baby, I don't wanna fight now. I know you won't forget what we was doing with the lights out. I would never wanna hold you down. I would never wanna hold you hostage. I'm just glad that I can hold you now, and I'ma be a better man for it. I've been waiting for this my whole life. Life is beautiful and you remind me. I've been waiting for this my whole life. My whole life. Come on girl, I'm ready to go. I hope you're coming with me. Maybe we should reach for the stars. Come on girl, I need you to grow. It's like the sun that hit me, baby. Know wherever you are. Of all the places you have gone and bridges you have crossed, I've been waiting all alone for you. Of all the places you have gone and bridges you have crossed, I've been waiting all alone for you. Give me a smile, just a little bit, y'all, just a little bit, y'all, 'cause it's all good, 'cause it's all good. Give me a smile, just a little bit, y'all, just a little bit, y'all, 'cause it's all good, 'cause it's all good.
Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon is on. Oh, what fun it is to drive a new Toyota today.
Alright, well,
Hey,
I didn't
Jennifer
catch it
Toyota
quite
here,
in time to
reminding you
replay the
Toyota-thon
song, but
is
let me
on.
close
Make
up
your
a couple of
holiday wishes
things,
come true with the new Camry, RAV4,
and we'll be
Tacoma,
back.
and more.
So I
All
wonder
right,
what the
let's sing
range
it
is on
together
this.
this time.
I'll watch the
Toyota-thon,
replay later.
Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon is
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyota-thon ends January 5th. See your participating dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
All right. All right. Anyways, so I always worry about if I'm gonna do a Naked Gun moment and have a hot mic while I go use the bathroom on an ad break or what have you. Actually, I don't even know how the ads go on this one. I have to climb back up to affiliate. I was at 200 followers, but back when I was like streaming a lot. Oh, that's a good song too. We'll save it for later, but
Life isn't all about the jungle gym, but working.
okay. So, whew, oh yeah, I gotta. Hello, welcome. Welcome on back. I'm back. And let's see. So, yeah, so much to deconstruct here with this whole space Jesus and world peace, and it's no small task, and I don't mean for any of it to sound like that. So, let's do. Really? Explain. So, because that is a whole rabbit hole. But really, all of this stuff is important. Pulling up, and let me double check and make sure that I am actually talking and all that. Let's see. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Uh, there we go. Okay, so and a little backstory to that is, no, I'm just kidding. It's not your business. But anyways, back to this. Explaining the space Jesus thing. So this does concern my family, and for good reason, and we'll explain that. Volin Trophy, Volin Trophy continued. Because I also don't want people to feel like a schmuck, like they got had or taken. I'm talking about Elon Musk specifically. If I plan on doing all this stuff, I need to assume that I am going to talk to this guy at some point, or at least there's the possibility of it. Now, and trust me, I don't care if I talk to any of these people. I mean, it would be cool, yeah, but it's not going to make or break this project. And I've even told some of my colleagues this. I was like, if I'm ever blocked for whatever reason, if I'm ever compromised, these are the people that you can continue on in the stead. Like, I mean, even like one guy was like, China might try to assassinate you, right? I'm like, yeah, yeah. I was going to be in the military once, so like Space Jesus, uh, a brief wait, Alex's backstory. Um, Church. Oh, did I just see a red light on my keyboard? I swear I charged these beforehand. So church, sports, military, attempt. I say attempt because like recruit, entry, separation, which is a polite way of saying washed out of boot camp. So I was in the Marines for like all of like 2-3 weeks. But I was training for multiple years up until that, and with the full intention of serving in the military under George Bush Jr., who I thought was an idiot. Still do. But I kind of take that back a little bit. I watched him speak about aliens, and he sounded very well spoken. And let's be real, like everybody, when they're on the spot, is gonna say something goofy, and then with the way that we pick clips and we use those, we string them together and like make it so we think that that person's just a total idiot because that's all we see is the negative. And actually, let's go back to well, let's look at this. So my GitHub from an outsider. Okay. Shout out and call out. So the gratitude and the concern page, these are the two. So this would be like if someone's concerned at what my target is, it would be the call out concern page. Now that doesn't exist. It's a 404 because I didn't make the file. And let's actually go ahead and do that because I'm really bad at. So this one, I have the shout out page. So now we add file, and actually let's just um, call out .html. So the shout out and the call out, which is the SO and the CO. CO can mean multiple things. It could be Colorado, it could be corrections officer, like SO could be sex offender, it could be shout out, it could be I'm just kidding. I was actually pretty vocal about some things that I need to keep quiet and keep off Front Street, and so I'm going to try to focus on that as far as those are concerned. But for this, we just need to change some of this. Call outs. And this is what Li Jingjing. See, okay, I'm trying to remember her name out of respect. Like, I'm not trying to say like. I feel like that's what because I was just throwing out things that sounded right, but the Jingjing. So Li Jingjing. Actually, there we go. Those are the. This drives me wild. Like, how? How do you know this much? Like, actually, you know what? They do kind of look like building block pieces. So if it was like English, how we have words in a sentence, that might make more sense. Like Jing Jing, that's how you spell Jing in. And that's another funny thing. When growing up, my cousin and I would talk about other languages, and like the way we would talk about it was like other languages have the exact same word we do, and it wasn't until later when I took Spanish class in high school, 4 years. Um, not that that's all that much because I don't know how to speak it fluently, but I learned that they have their own words for things, and the only one I remember from Spanish was like the want to hurt a baby because it's so cute and you just want to like and like people might say like oh I just want to eat him up and like people don't even bat an eye about that like you're gonna eat that baby except for when people make comedy jokes about being literal and like don't eat the baby and like now and then South Park again don't kick the baby and they don't really kick babies it's a cartoon so I mean they do kick a baby in it but it's a cartoon so um shout outs, call outs. So don't just change that when we don't appreciate the efforts of others. This is often hard to do, so bear with me as I so I navigate how to properly call out people for so not accomplishments but actions, content, etc. There we go. And that's actually what most of my Instagram feed is now. And I'm gonna be doing a lot of like shout out of like the Alaskan Avengers. This guy that, in fact, let's do exactly that. Let's not just talk about it. Let's be about it. So Copilot, nice, nice. Basically reuse code and stuff from the. Oh wait, uh, cancel. Does somebody know what I'm about to say? No, nobody. I'm just kidding. And actually, I was thinking about doing these as YouTubes, and so I'm kind of glad there isn't like a bunch of. But there is open for questions too. But anyways, we need to have another Monty Python quote. So it's not dead. It's just pining for the fields. Then we could do it's not dead. It's just resting. And don't get the quotes. Just that. I think I don't know it. How do I have it in the other one? Okay, quotes and even that's fine. So that means that I like the lumberjack one. But this one's like the the not so bad part of it. Then it gets into like cross dressing and all this stuff, and like I like to wear women's clothing and hang around in bars. Oh yeah, there we go. And all right, now we can do it. There we go. And added new HTML buttons for brand selection, brand buttons. Yeah, sure. I don't really care to fix it. I mean, because brand would still be like the theme. Oh, as I just poked myself in the eye. Jesus. All right. So, mm, getting the speck of log or the speck out of my eye before I deal with it, or not the log out of my. Just try to remember the biblical thing. Because I am pointing a lot of fingers. Like, oh, this is gonna be okay. George military attempt. Education, because that is like my focus is computer science and cybersecurity of the computer sciences. So this is like my career, like is to fiddle with this stuff. So I was raised in the church, the Methodist Church. Yeah, Salida Methodist Church. I don't want to. I mean, I'm kind of like calling it out, and then like sports, BV Demon, athlete, basketball, football, track. Basketball was more middle school, but and actually we could even say that middle school, football, middle school, high school, track, middle school, high school. So I mean, and like when I was getting into football, it was just kind of like assumed that you would do track in the off season, so you'd stay fresh and stay in shape, which was good because like honestly, I loved video games and eating food, and like Buena Vista was pretty boring. I mean, there's a prison there. That's about it. Oh, and we have the world's largest kayak playhole. I don't kayak, so we just hike mountains and swim in rivers and stuff, and like and hacky sack and do sports. Basketball, I was terrible at. I was talking earlier, like it was absolutely terrible. But I mean, which is funny because like so the great Nate Solder, and I say that because like he's only gotten greater and greater. It's awesome. Like I mean, he's doing things. He's excited about like helping people, and like he's like one of the celebrities that like I wouldn't even call him a celebrity. I feel like that's a dirty word, honestly. Like I mean, not all the celebrities handle it well. People like Jim Carrey. Shout outs. Okay, no, we have to do this. I have to focus on this. So shout out, showing gratitude because Jim Carrey and well and Nate. I mean, not to like suck up or anything, but and any of this like and that's not the point of it. Sorry, I feel like I'm having these like arguments in my head like, oh but what this Alex and this and why and well, because you almost got to. I mean, in IT you got to think about everything that they're going to say, and then you got to like hold on to it and hold, respond so they know you're listening, and hold. And oh, by the way, this, and you're shrinking it down as you're waiting too, because you don't want to talk too much and lose the thread of consciousness. Shout outs. And we're gonna just do like an unordered list, and we're gonna do lists like I do this a lot. Jim Carrey, just all the positive. Keanu Reeves, just kidding. Keanu, there we go. Yes, let's get a wiki. Yeah, let's get his wiki. Key New. I say that because it's like a one of the comedy shows. Key New Reeves, and actually I could probably just see it in here because we're gonna do one of hit him with the AH ref. This. No, and then can I position it here? Yes. All right, so I usually do that and like erase and everything. I'm learning things. All right, so Keanu Reeves. Oh, I misspelled it. See, so I can just check there. Reeves. I mean, unless the wiki misspelled it, but that's that's my check for that. And actually, as I'm saying that, let's do Jim Carrey. Um, I misspelled his name too. Oh, another Canadian. Is it a coincidence? I don't know. Canadians are just super nice, and that's like their racist stereotypes. They get a good racist stereotype, except for South Park has them flapping their heads, which I'm looking at a guy who does like to flap his head a lot, but for good. And my favorite thing, and actually, let me put this in here. Under Jim Carrey, we're going to do another unordered list for just Jim Carrey, and then oops, when nature calls raccoon scene. And oh, hold on, like let's see the AH. And while I do this, so that scene stuck with me so well when I was a kid, because I loved animals. I thought, furry little critters and like they were so cute and everything. And like so, yeah, I was a sensitive kid, and all sorts of neurodivergent, I'm sure. But I mean, I was normal enough to just get by and like it's Buena Vista, like if they're not causing problems, like do we really need to do we really need to spend resources and time on this? No, I mean we had some people that like we had people in wheelchairs. They had they couldn't. And I'm not trying to mock them in any way, but I'm just trying to explain like the more important and severe cases of so, anyways, and my friends, two of my friends' moms worked with the special needs kids, so I was like friends with the kids of the parents that did that, and so then they, I don't know. So Jim Carrey, nope, wrong one. Jim Carrey, we didn't get into. Oh, The Mask too. But anyways, the raccoon scene. I spelled his name wrong. Jim Carrey, two R's, and I'm hesitant to get Grammarly, even though I know Google sees all my writing anyway. It's like one more company has my writing statistics and everything, so I got to be careful with that. Not that any of this is, but if it flags things, I feel like my own government was already flagged and aware of this. So once I started talking about cartels and criminal justice reforms, like I mean, and for the record, I am not affiliated with anyone. Like I'm about as boring as you can get. Wow, legal criminal wise, yes, we'll say that. Like I mean I worry about jaywalking anymore, or if I didn't stop for a pedestrian in a like, and it's not even marked sometimes, it's just like a different of the road, like there lines, there's no signs, like no, but it's just like a social norm, like but then but and don't get me wrong, there's a crosswalk by my work that like almost nobody stops at, and I stop every time. IDGA, care in the world. That's I don't give a care in the world. I'll stop for a pedestrian at a crosswalk. If I know it's a crosswalk, I almost ran over one lady and her dog because the crosswalk, I didn't realize there was a crosswalk there and it wasn't at a light. I was like, there's no lights around here. She just walks out and I'm like, and I, oh, those are the stories that we need to like make public. Like, I could have almost, yeah, done something really bad. So, I mean, I was paying attention too. I saw it. I slammed on the brakes. It's just like, you know, and I got to assume that the traffic cam saw that. Amongst other things. And this is the kind of the funny thing. Like, so CSU, we help develop computer vision for the United States government. It's out there, it's public. Like how they can see your faces. Yeah, I think some of my professors and grad students, colleagues, like that taught us. They were usually TAs and stuff, and any one of them could have been the one that like cracked the code or whatever. And we use basic like formulas and algorithms for our stuff to find a cat face in a picture. And so like, and you think about what we're doing on the basic level, like okay, dum dums, and level 100, 200, find a cat face. While they're over there finding exact people anywhere in the world, like collaborating with Interpol and everything. And people just think that those little cameras on every single intersection of every single city don't keep backups of every little thing that goes up. Plus, not to mention your phone. As you go by any sensor, they know exactly where you're at. They know satellite. If they get a phone call to you, they know where you're at. Like Pineapple Express, people, come on. Sorry, not everybody watches the stoner movies, and it shows. Mm. Shout out to stoner movies. But that's yeah, Jim Carrey, Keanu Reeves as far as people. Um, See, and I get into these weeds like just Okay. Ahref, Red Man, Method Man. Um, they're almost synonymous. Like, actually, we'll do this one: Red Man and Method Man. Actually, no. Alphabetical Method Man and Red Man. Usually, I say it the other way around, but I think that's because I'm more partial to Reggie Noble, Red Man. Red. Oh, see, I'm doing it again. Method Man and Red Man. Get the wiki of both of them. I'll bet you there is one. Yep. Alphabetical though. All right. So they did How High together, and that was a good movie to introduce me to the world of cannabis and higher education, quite literally. So there's the anchor tag for that to finish that. So we've got the A. That's what that is. The AHREF. I don't like hyperlink reference. Okay, now I feel like that's what that is, but without googling it, yeah. So, oh, and back to this, the raccoon scene. Sorry. So Jim Carrey is trying to save the animal cargo of a helicopter crash or a plane crash, and it's just one raccoon that it's like pawing the air. You see it, it's like desperate. It looks like it's freaked out. It's gonna fall to its death or starve to death up there. And Jim Carrey's just like, or Ace Ventura, he's just like, I can. And then the guy's like, I would turn back if I were you, because this helicopter comes in to try to extract him while he's like climbing these like tips of these peaks of mountains. Like he's climbing to the very tip top of the peaks of these mountains. To try to rescue one raccoon, which that raccoon doesn't belong up there. It's so freaked out. It's like, oh my god, I'm in like purgatory up in the mountains. Like, or am I dead? Like, and is it gonna fall? I mean, of course he doesn't think he's dead. It's like, or maybe I don't know. What's the raccoon thinking? And then it sees Jim Carrey shooting like he shot like a harpoon javelin type rope, and then he like belays across. And as he's going back, oh no, hold on. That's very sad. I don't want to do spoilers, but watch Jim Carrey, Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. See, look at me. I'm an advertising machine already, like Osimo, and The Pleasure. Just kidding. Oh, that's another project. But anyways, so shout outs. The point with that is the raccoon, the one animal, was worth it to him that he went the extra mile. Not just the extra mile. He climbed to the top of a freaking mountain, like walked across all this, or not walked, like shimmied and all this, and like all that to say is one life lost is too many, and where does it stop and where does it end? And that whole thing, like I can't be, because I'm like a carnivore, but I do worry about. I mean, I went to India too, and I was worried about cows. Like, 'cause from what I saw, is like cows are sacred to the point where don't even joke about. They're like family or people. And actually, as I say that, we joke about people in horrible ways anyway. Like, I mean, it's not like, I mean, it's disrespectful and rude, but it wouldn't be seen as like overly offensive if I. Anyways, my whole thing is like, I saw a bunch of leather shops in Mumbai, India. I think somewhere cow. Like, I don't know how else. Like, would you? Or maybe they were blessed by cows that were allowed to pass on and be remembered. I see. I don't know. Hold on. Are cows allowed to be made into leather in Indian culture? That's kind of a vague thing. Cow slaughter is legally restricted or banned in most states due to the cow's sacred status in Hinduism, but the leather industry still uses cow hides primarily from spent dairy cows, buffaloes, and imported skins, creating a complex situation where cultural reference clashes with economic reality and trade. While strict Hindus avoid cow leather, the material is widely used in India. And see, I'm not crazy. I was walking around, I see leather shops. There's like, how else are you gonna make like a briefcase or a coat or like pants? They had all the leather, like it was like, and a lot of leather shops, like almost like they're intentionally trying to upset people. Call me crazy, but maybe. Anyways, while strict Hindus avoid cow leather, the material is widely used in India and exported. They got so much they export it. Often sourced from older dairy animals whose meat is consumed in hides processed by non-Hindus, making cow leather a common yet controversial commodity. It's like if you consider like like hey your family member's skin is now being a briefcase. Like there you go. That's what it feels like to a Hindu. Like if they're that sacred that you got to protect them and like. But at the same time, that's a conundrum. Like that's like the whole fur argument. Like and let's actually talk about my background a little bit. Sorry, let's ping pong over there. Space uses really ethics. Um, women in leadership roles, Jewish people, because that one specifically. In fact, let's even do that. We're gonna go so far down the rabbit hole. Um, when a mosquito lands on one's junk, they think of alternative options to swatting. There you go. That's to say that if a mosquito, and I say junk, so it's like for whoever, like, I mean, just assume it's like you danger zones, no squares, however you want to think about it. But basically, when a mosquito lands on a sensitive part, maybe I should just say that actually, because junk might not be understandable by privates. Sensitive area of the body. There we go. Like a little translation. So for somebody that doesn't speak English comes in and says, "What is this crazy guy thinking?" Because they're already thinking he's crazy from this. This is crazy. Talking about cartels and like, if you look through my half-finished projects and think I'm crazy, you're right. But ask yourself, as a guy, when Jesus, in fact, um, mm, 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 mm. Looking. There we go. So I'm just seeing what that is. As I assume, like, if we go into some kind of, mm, so this is what it looks like. There's a document tab. Okay, so this is what someone else would see, including there's me. Although I don't think so. Let me back up a little bit. This might sound crazy, but when I use a bunch of Google tools, I am talking to AI, and they have a record of all this. And you can believe that a tech giant like Google is going to have so many document scanners in place that literally every single piece of data that is on their tools or that is used through their tools is being analyzed. A robot's looking at it. Like, and that's an understatement of the year. So when I say like stuff like this and this and this and this, they're gonna be like, "Whoa, Alex, what are you doing here?" So it's not like this is like, and trust me, they would probably contact the authorities. That's what, like, we have red flag laws in Colorado. I don't have any firearms, by the way, and I don't keep them. That's not an invitation to come break in. I mean, I'm still pretty. Please don't. I'm getting old, but I will hurt you if I can. No, I'd probably try to like, or like, there's that meme where the guy like kidnaps people and forces them to play Yahtzee. Yahtzee for like 36 hours. Sorry, it's a terrible. I don't think it's true. I don't think it's real. But just the idea of this guy like play more Yahtzee. Yahtzee. Sorry. No, I'd break your legs if you broke into my house. So, anyways, so this is an incognito view. So this is what like the other people would see. And if I want to comment, anonymous. There we go. Comment. This is a. Hold on. What? What can I not? This is a test comment from an incognito tab. You can copy, paste the URL from this document into an incognito window for Chrome or private browsing tab for Safari. Can you tell I do this for a job? Anyways, comment. There you go. So now, content in multiple tabs. Look at that. It even tells you. It's like, hey, look at this. If you think this is crazy, look. No, I mean, that's not why they do that. It's like, hey, there's more over here, like Billy Mays. But wait, there's more. So let's go ahead and do that. So now, and then on my view, I see a comment. And there we go. No, I don't want to mark a resolve and hide discussion. A thumbs up. Thanks for saying that, me, because it was just me. I don't want people thinking that this was like, you know, there you go, and thumbs up. Okay, so that's how comments and dialogue can be shown. So if people have concerns or anything, they can do an anonymous comment, and then, and sorry, I'm not trying to be all like offensive like that. I'm trying to say like, you can do this, and I'll answer. I mean, eventually, I don't know. I don't check this a lot. I mean, I'm going to be, I assume, now that I'm doing all this. But yeah, then backstory. And I'm going to say it for the world to know because this is important with Israel. Like, I mean, and I have said some things that are critical of Israel. I want to clarify. So, Jewish people. Um, uh, the woman I have possibly. No, that's not. I don't want to put a ranking on that. Possibly the most I'll ever. Okay, so this is more like a truth confession thing. I'll ever love a partner is a Jewish woman, half Jewish. Because, I mean, which no less of a Jewish woman, no less of a concern. Her mother was pure Jewish. Like, so, I mean, if I said something offensive against Jewish people in the presence of her mother or her father or her brother or her, which I did, and actually, let's do this. Would say things like, I got Jude around her. She corrected me real quick. Made me very concerned that she was hurt by something I said. So, despite how spazzy I am and have always been, I made sure to commit this to memory. I trained myself to be less hurtful to Jewish people by not saying, I got Jude. Then I took a mental inventory on all the Jewish jokes, which there are a lot, realized need to preface such jokes or choose my audience. You really should do a bit of both, but so I'm not saying that you can never joke about Jewish people. And that's why I like South Park rips on Jewish people constantly. But as I forget which ones Is Matt Stone Jewish? Oh, I thought he was gonna say he was Mormon. See, and I don't actually remember. So that's Matt Stone. I know what they look like, and I forget. Like, and actually, he looks different now. I mean, I remember I memorized like season one, season through season six when they were like more like not even my age. Like, I mean, and I'm graying too. So in fact, I think we're about. Wait, let's do Matt Stone. All right. Um, to the shout out page, especially because I'm trying to like. I sent them a bunch of crazy gibbery to them. Sorry, sorry. I hope they see the humor in it, and I hope they like check out my channel. I don't know if I didn't say something like "Space Jesus away" or anything like that. That might have actually been better. I don't know because like it would be like auditioning for like I'm trying to convince them to make a sequel, and so I've been like saying it to people online. But that's putting them in an awkward position if they don't want to do it. Well, not really, because then they just could be like, "No, he's just some crazy guy. Like, don't worry about him." You don't know how many times I worry about people doing that. But if it works, so anyways, as we're talking about cow slaughter, anyways, shout outs. So what this is, shout out, Matt Stone, so Jim Carrey, and actually Keanu Reeves. I don't know. I think we need to do order of. So Jim Carrey was like earlier, Keanu Reeves was a little later. I'm gonna try to do it chronologically. There we go. So it doesn't seem like any favoritism. Um, I mean, even though there is going to be like some ranking, like most impact, and like especially if we do the Volun Trophy thing, that's going to be like a ranking system of like who does the most impact on the most lives, and they get on the marquee, and it's like yeah, they did the most and stuff, and that's how you peacefully invite the 1% to rejoin society and to kind of alleviate some of it. Not all. I mean, they can still be super wealthy or whatever, but like the people that have like way more that are never going to spend it all, like although as I say that, I'm thinking Elon because he's just got the most. But at the same time, like I could see him spending it all on Mars. I mean, I feel like that's what I would do if I was him. And he's done a lot of things that sound like things that I would do, like the solar farms. All the times he's advocated for solar power, and we'll put him on here too. But and he's done a lot of things that people aren't happy about. Like suppose it the Nazi salute. Let's be honest, that was not a Nazi salute. Like it wasn't a Roman salute either. I think he just like did the stupid thing. He's like, my heart goes out to you, and then he's like, oh, but you're in the moment, like, and you can't look weak and embarrassed, and these are all the things that are going through someone's mind, if at all. Or if you're just like, hey ho, like that, like. In fact, they have so many pictures, and now somebody's probably gonna clip this and be like, "Oh, look at Alex, he's a Nazi." So, no, I got a Wu Tang on my leg, and actually, I got a. In fact, oof, let me show you this. So, no, let's do it with a Sharpie. Let's do it on. No, let's cap that until I'm ready to actually do the thing. Do the thing. Like people just watching my back. Big back, big back. Oh, I do have a big back. Dang, look at that. Like, although, like I've noticed that like the middle of my back is like kind of. Anyways, let me show you this thing. Wow, we've gotten way off topic. Can I do it here? Mm, okay, that and then. Oh man, so and like I'm a little embarrassed to even show this, but this is something that I obsessed about back in the day when. So little backstory. So I'm going to show you a symbol here, but it is because my family is a bunch of German scientists, right? With actual authentic Nazi memorabilia that I don't know how we acquired. I didn't find like a whole uniform, but anyways, we'll go into that. But let's just, needless to say, that I had to deal with the idea that I might be a descendant of Nazi German scientists, rocket scientists, part of Operation Paperclip that came over after the war, and that's why I got a Wu-Tang tattoo on my leg, because I wanted to announce for the world that I didn't hate anybody unnecessarily. Now, that doesn't say that I'm not going to hate somebody. I'm going to be very upset and judge somebody based on their actions. I did hate a specific group, not everybody, but a crew, a group after that same Jewish woman, like this guy. Well, I mean, actually, we're saying this for it was a big old black dude. Okay, so I'll say it. And this is part of the first confessional. Oh my gosh, no. But it has to be. So and I try, so I'm trying not to embarrass her because by all means, like, because I still do love her. I love a lot of my ex-girlfriends and stuff. Like, that's for real. But like, I'm never gonna stop loving a lot of them because I was very intimate with them. So, but anyways, this particular lady, like, and I don't blame her. Like, I went and slept with, a few black women too, and it was just like, if not for that reason, but I definitely enjoyed it because of that reason. That it was different. It was like, and we're not sorry. This is supposed to be PG, but I've got cannabis use on here and stuff. But anyways, no. My point with that being is like, it wasn't like, I mean, that sounds racist as all get out. Like it's a punch card. Like, oh, I got this and this and this. But that's kind of what it felt like. I mean, like if I wanted to live the ultimate life as a ultimate, I don't want to say alpha male, but let's be honest. Like if you're competitive and you're trying to be the best that you can be, and you think that this is the path that you're supposed to go, and which was not. I mean, like my coaches in BV football, Buena Vista football is a very structured program, and they guided me very well. Like treat women with respect. Actually, let's bring that back up. So before I show you this messed up symbol, which is going to make you probably pretty upset. Um, backstory. Church, Salida Methodist Church, served as the acolyte for many years until given the choice to go in high school. I chose to reclaim my Sundays, which was hard because I mean there was a lot of people there that used to get excited. Like it was just a bunch of elderly people. Like, oh hey, there's Alex. Oh, he's such great curly hair because yeah, I do. When my hair grows out, it's like an afro. And they're like, your kid has such great, beautiful hair. And imagine hearing that from a bunch of old ladies. Like your entire go, like I am so hot as an old lady. Yeah, that's for my confidence there. Like I'm attractive as an old person. I am the envy of blue-haired ladies. Like let's put it that way. So, anyways, I digress. The point is I served in a church. I did attended Sunday school. Was confirmed as a member through the standard confirmation classes and benchmarks. So I had to know enough of the. I mean, it wasn't. I forget how did that work actually. But I have that. Oh, let's see here. Let's pull up. All right. And this is funny because like I'm trying not to show this social media. Like my Facebook is very private. It's supposed to be. Mm, okay, good. Um, where is it? There we go. Oh, nice. Uh, swole veins. There we go. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, let me see here. all of that just to hide my Facebook, which I mean, people are gonna like stalk me and everything anyway. But this is me back in the day with my roommate and my basically brother Abdul. He put up with a lot. Actually, he didn't put up with much. In fact, so here's the funny thing. So when we lived together, I was actually in a kind of a community correction situation, and I had to have him sign a thing saying if you see him doing anything like any law breaking or any criminal activity, you tell us. And it gave a reporting line for him to snitch on me if I ever did anything illegal. Now, granted, this is like one of my first times meeting this guy. He's already trying to be. In fact, let's get his face up. What am I doing? Abu Hadi, my buddy, my brother, one of my closest friends. In fact, the very next picture is of both of us. So let's do this. Save image as Swole with Abdul. Okay. There we go. Let's see how that looks on the old stream there. Yeah, Swole with Abdul. There. And what I was trying to see is that cross. So that's the Salida Methodist Church cross. I thought I was some kind of Irish gangster or whatever. Like, and actually there's my shoes that I actually won off of the guy in poker. Oh wait, no, that's the different ones. The ones that I won, they had red, I think? Yeah. Because like, if I go back to this, we traded in shoes a lot, if that makes sense. Wait, never mind. Okay, we might as well do this. Alright, save image as me and Abdul. Back Willis. Okay. So if you see this one, yeah, there's my Wu-Tang tattoo saying, trust me, I'm not a racist. I got Wu-Tang on my leg. And that is a pretty big sign that, like, if you're willing to put a predominantly black hip-hop album on your freaking leg, do you hate black people? No, some maybe, but do you hate all? And, you know, part of it was a guilty conscience from some very hurtful things I said about this big black guy that basically had a sit down with me. I feel like he was ready to tell me, oh, but by the way, these are the different shoes. See that red? Those are the shoes I won off a guy in poker. And I don't even play poker. I hate poker. I hate gambling. But, you know, sometimes you gotta. These are different shoes. Not the red. They've got the black and everything. But I was actually just showing, like. And besides, actually, wait, no, where's the other one? Yeah, look at these veins, yo. Like, I was swole. Like, not really swole. I mean, I was, like, kind of crack skinny, like, as you can kind of see there. But, like, I mean, you know, always look perma baked and everything. I was going through about 2 years of sobriety during this, so that's actually about as sober as you'll see me. That right there. That's terrible. So terrible. I'm just kidding. But we live in Colorado. I live in Colorado. It's a legal state for recreational. My work has a policy that as long as you don't do it during work hours, they don't care if you use cannabis outside. In fact, I think, don't hold me to it, and please don't dox my work or mess with me or anything. Like, if you have a problem with me, just tell me on the document, on my YouTube, on my Twitch. Don't, just, don't try to talk to any of my managers. Like, talk to me if you got a problem. Mm. See, I put out a super cringe video on my YouTube for an intro video, and I keep thinking I need to redo that because it's like, it does make me look kind of crazy, so I might redo that. But, oh, anyways, so let me show you my symbol. Now that I just said that, like, I'm not racist in anything, there you go. That's like a Nazi Swazi, but with a pitchfork to show enlightenment and illumination from the hate. And there's even a water droplet, which actually that turned into like, I did it wrong. It's supposed to be more like a flame, and so it's like burning the hate, and then like a phoenix rising. Like there was a whole thing about it. Dude, trust me, I thought about this a lot in high school because like I was, I don't like to say slanging and banging, but like mm, I was down with the hip hop. We'll say that. Totally legal stuff today. So, in fact, which is funny because our governor, Governor Polis, gave a blanket and amnesty for anyone with mushroom crimes that was of age, 21 years or older, and was not. like the way that he put it is, if it would be legal today, it is no longer on your record, which is good. I have one of those mushrooms, possession. So like psychedelics, and that's part of why the military didn't work out. Let's see here, military camp, um, failed drug test. That's it. That's all you got to know. Failed the drug test. Washed out. They said get clean. Um, was offered later chance if I could clean up my poor choices. They believed in second chances. If I could prove sobriety and prove that I didn't have it. I mean, because once you're there, pretty sure it's dang near impossible to get drugs in basic training. Like, are you kidding me? Like trying to sneak anything into like a military facility? Oh my God, that would be. You'd never hear the end of it. You'd be court-martialed and everything, and that's the thing, is the accountability of a military is what we need for the community, and we're getting, by the way. Um, Tizzy Int and all that. And actually, let's do a shout out for Tizzy Int. Int. So we're gonna do. He's got to have a wiki. Wiki. No. Well, this guy. I mean, he's awesome, and I've freaked him out. I'm sure if he's read my stuff. I'm sure he's read my stuff, but like, I try not to harass him. Like, if I take a silent, like no response as a response, and that's fine. I mean, if he's ever watching this, I love your work, and we're gonna do a shout out. So let's actually do Tizzy Ant. Um, so I mean that's Instagram, which we'll pull that as well. Michael McWhorter, great guy. He's been doing public accountability work, content creation. I'm still kind of cracking up when someone's like, Alex put a swastika on camera." Like, it's not a swastika. It's a broken swastika with the hate. Again, because I dated a Jewish girl and I thought I was like Adolf's grandson and something. Like, I didn't, like I'm already like in the hot seat for being a Nazi. Like, and I didn't do anything. Like, so, and that's actually real too. When I was doing some things like that may have been paralegal, but people ask me if I was with the Peckerwoods, and I think it's like the 1%ers or like the 99%. I don't even know. They got all sorts of white power, and I don't want to Google that because I mean, again, I already have like, well, I mean, what does it matter? Like, they've already seen everything I've sent to people, which isn't much, but yeah, one's pretty funny. Well, that'll come out in the light one day. But no, what was I saying with that? Oh yeah, the white supremacist gangs. People thought that I was affiliated. I like to shave my head, you might notice, but that is not a racist thing. It's just my head hurts because it's hot all the time. Because my head's broken. I got ADHD. Like, it's okay. I'm managing it with cannabis therapy and guided um, tactics that I learned in multiple professional settings. So, needless to say, I've been trained. In fact, I don't even like writing that, but I mean, let's be honest. I had a lot of therapy and work, and yeah, let's put that therapy. I've had therapy for death in my family, death in my life. My father's suicide was probably the worst. Let's see. It's public information now. It's out there on the ether. You gonna get to know me? This is the crazy guy, Space Jesus. I feel like I'm talking kind of Jewish too, like Yiddish. Like, I mean, I don't know, like not. I mean, like an accent kind of. And I actually just met somebody that speaks. 'Cause look at this. Like, I say that Chinese is crazy. Look at Hebrew. Look at some examples here. Like, tell me this isn't complicated and crazy. Not crazy, but like hard to learn. Okay, I gotta stop. Look at that. So anything different than the alphabet that I'm used to is going to see. One time I gave like $100 to Wikipedia, so I'm covered for at least like 10 years. But yeah, like this. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Look at it. It looks like candles and like, oh, it's kind of. There's a little bit bigger. Like, same with Arabic too. Like, if you look at Arabic, I mean, I'm trying to learn some of that with Duolingo, and I've stalled a lot. But like a lot of this stuff, like you almost have to like make it the shape. Like, imagine somebody trying to fill in a shape like that, not knowing that like how we write like our L's and our P's or whatever, like English letters. Let's look at English letters. trying to think of like an example. Like ours are pretty straightforward actually. Like it's the lines. I mean, you don't have to like look at that. Like, everything's so elegant. Like, do I have to get a paintbrush? It's stressful. Like, I'm being serious. Like, I mean, is there a special pen? I'm just kidding. I've seen people write, and actually, I have a lot. Like I just said, hold on. Let's bring up Abdul. Look at that guy. He's my brother. I consider him family, and I actually have pictures of him in Dubai just a couple years ago. So I finally got to be able to go out there, and actually, not finally. Like I didn't think I'd be able to go out there until much later. But yeah, went and saw my brother, and and don't let the pimp necklace fool you. He's a very devout Muslim, still is, always has been. Like living with that knuckle guy. Or wait, no, hold on, that guy. Look how cocky I am too, with my head thrown back. Like, what? I mean, you have to watch out from being stabbed at the place. Anyways, so, um, you ain't nothing a blade this long can't handle, homie. No. So Arabic's wild, huh? And Hebrew too. Oh, oh my gosh! Thinking about that lady that I met that's from Israel, like seeing me put a freaking swastika, like, see, that stresses me out just thinking about when she sees that. Like somebody clips that, be like, "Look at A-Rye, he's a racist," and it's like, oh my god. Now I know how a politician feels. Nice segue to that. Church, sports, military tempt. Sports though. Sports. There you go. That's a little bit more organized. Mm, um, I'm trying to think of how to say this in as few words as possible, but the BVHS football program is a very intense and rigorous program. Trying to, how to explain this? Like we did um, weight training daily. We did rotating physical training, physical and aerobic. No, is that physical training daily? Well, not daily, not each weekday. Sometimes we did 2-a-days. 2 practices in the same day. And a lot of other teams do this too. And people are, well, I feel like that's one of the first things that people are going to comment and be like, you're not unique with all this. But my point is like we sacrifice time in the morning before school, and then we'd sacrifice time after school to do football training. Hit each other, run, exercise, get yelled at, and get hassled, but then get cheered on. Like they're very good about all that. And I hope to aspire to a good football coach myself, if and when I'm ever able to be one. We'll see, because like I said, depending on what you see about me, I mean, I might be holding up swastikas and stuff. You've seen it right here. Here it is. I'm gonna throw it up again. Oh my god, no! See how it's like burning and the fire, and it's like fixing it. Did I tell you how like the woman that I was madly in love with was Jewish and told me what to say in front of Jewish people? If she saw me holding up that after what I said about dude, and I'm trying to remember what I said to her. I don't think I said too much angry stuff to her, I mean, I was hurt because I felt betrayed. I was just, like, I mean, like, how could you all this, blah, 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 and like all that. And we both did therapy and all that, but no, and I got to leave her alone with all this. However, that is important because I'm about to address like the leader of Israel with all this stuff. Like that Netanyahu is who I have in mind. I don't even know how to spell it, but Netanyahu. Yeah, there you go. That Benjamin I think I've heard it pronounced Netanyahu or Netanyahu. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, and I hope if he sees this, like, if when he sees this, um, assassins. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do a Hebrew version of this, but see, this is a much more delicate situation. Like, I'm just approaching Russia and China because those are the two that have the gun pointed at us. Like, and I love my country. I'm an American, and I want to try to serve as a civilian, and I want to try to divert away from any war or military action any more than we already are. Imagine how stressful it is as an American, and we see like, oh, we're going to war with this place now. Like, are you kidding me? Come on, like, who's gonna pay for that? They always say, who's gonna pay for healthcare? Who's gonna pay for another war? That's so expensive. Like, I'm just kidding. That's not even the least of the concern. That's like one of the least concerns. The death, the death. Like, I feel like Jon Stewart, like the way he would say that. Like, it's obvious. Like, dead people. I mean. Sorry, now he's holding up swastikas and talking about dead people while he's got the knife on them. I don't. I want to avoid anything for even this, like punishment and everything, like a lot of African countries. Oh wait, let's look at his wiki. There might actually be like a criticisms. I mean, and so Tel Aviv is already looking at me now because I just googled their leader. Like, I mean, why is he digging on our leader? I mean, if they haven't already, oh. And again, like, if I was given the chance, I would be back with that woman. Like, yesterday. And I mean, sorry, I'm trying to keep most of that private, but I did tell her that I wanted to respect her space and privacy, and I assume that she's married now, anyways. But like, I have to live as if she is off limits until she tells me and she consents or she reaches out. I got to leave it alone, and I respect that. So, I mean, plus it would just be creepy at this point. Like, I hit her up out of nowhere, and then just checking on her, she was respectfully, politely replied, and then said, "Please don't," And I'm like, "All right, cool." And then I notified her about something else, but yeah. So, family tree. Health. Sorry, what? I didn't mean to park on that. Hmm. Net. Wait. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Benjamin Netanyahu.
Netanyahu. Netanyahu. Yeah.
Benjamin Netanyahu.
Benjamin. Uh, I'm just gonna tell him hi if I ever meet when I. That's kind of scary. If I were to ever talk to this guy, if I ever talk to any of these people,
Benjamin Netanyahu.
they're like, "Hello, nice to meet you." That's it.
Benjamin Netanyahu.
Other than try to say this and screw that up, like, I mean, of course he'd probably be like, as long as he sees I'm trying, he'd be like, it's okay. But I mean, people told him
Benjamin
worse.
Netanyahu.
Okay, well, anyways, um, I was hoping that it would kind of say, so it says the book, so that's like his perspectives being published and everything, so supporting that, and like, not that that's wrong or anything. I mean, by all means, we need to advocate for ourselves. Um, I was looking at like, so criticisms of. Oh yeah, there we go. Criticism of Israel. Let's not even focus on Netanyahu. I mean, let's focus on that. So, now I'm definitely flagged on some stuff. My God. So, anyways, Israel has faced international criticism since its establishment in 1948, relating to a variety of issues, many of which are centered around human rights violations in its occupation of the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. Israel has been criticized for issues surrounding its establishment when most of mandatory Palestine's Arab population fled or were expelled in 1948, the conduct of its armed forces in the Arab-Israeli conflict, establishment and expansion of illegal Israeli settlements in the Palestinian territories, its treatment of Palestinians, and the blockade of the Gaza Strip, with its impact on the economy of the Palestinian territories, the country's nuclear weapons program, and its targeted killings program. Other criticized long-standing issues include the refusal to allow post-war Palestinian refugees to return to their homes and the prolonged occupation of territories gained in war. And the construction of settlements therein. Israel's status as a representative democracy has also been questioned because Israeli residents of the occupied territories are allowed to vote in Israel's elections while Palestinian residents are not. Okay, leading to accusations of apartheid. What's apartheid? Israeli apartheid is a system of institutionalized segregation and discrimination in the Israeli occupied Palestinian territories and to a lesser extent in Israel proper. This system is characterized by near total physical separation between the Palestinian and the Israeli settler population of the West Bank, as well as the judicial separation that governs both communities, which discriminates against the Palestinians in a wide range of ways. Israel also discriminates against Palestinian refugees in the diaspora and against its own Palestinian citizens. Uh, and we'd have to fact check to this and everything and see like the actual extent. We'd want to hear from people on both sides. Like we would need all of these perspectives. Although I hate to say it, if there's a wiki about it, somebody took the time to write this, and if there's people that are negating this, it would be challenged by now, or they would be correcting or adding other corrections. So let's actually callouts, concerns, hot topics. No. Callouts. Okay, we need to know specifically what people are upset about and why. Okay, wait. So we have backstory. What is punitive? What is political spin? All right, I need to fix this. In fact, let's go ahead and well, callouts. What are the current global concerns? And that's putting it mildly, but like, let's just if we can actually just leave that, a series of observations and concerns. Um, Israel and Palestine. Let's just put that. Let's see. So, as an American with little contact with people from either group, or little to no contact, because I don't really actually. I mean, think about it. Like, I mean, I know people that are Jewish of descent, or I now know one lady that's actually from Israel. I think. I mean, that's just a guess. I don't know for sure. She may very well not be, but I want to say that she told me that she would be going there a lot, but that doesn't mean that she lives there. I don't know, but little to no contact, so they don't have like a direct line on like what's Alex saying, like what's he doing. I mean, is he a threat to Israel? Like that's one of the things that they would be concerned about. Just like if I was a threat to any country, like any of their operatives, I'm sure like a bunch of people have tabs on me. Like, I just got to assume, or they may not. I might not be that exciting. That wouldn't surprise me too. But in a zero trust world like cybersecurity has to be nowadays, you just got to assume the worst and hope for the best. So I assume that every government is looking at me now. I assume that everyone has like trying to have someone either bug me or hopefully not take me out. Like hopefully this is a good enough like, hey, let's not kill anymore. Here's a plan. I think everybody's on board, but let me know what you think. And that could be clipped right there. It's just like sent to governments. I mean, so there's for the intelligence agency. Fala favor. Sorry, like Evelyn teaches Chinese, like she. So, anyways, Israel Palestine. I don't have much information to speak on this. I just know a lot of people are suffering and have been suffering. That's it. And so, and then like, um, let's do the dots. Israeli apartheid. Um, actually, wait, no. Controls. Okay, there we go. um, criticism of Israel. There we go. So now people can look for themselves and see what the Wikipedia says. Just do the same exact thing. Have them speak for us. Thinking of Tuco and Breaking Bad. Speak for me, or I speak. I don't need anything to speak. Anyways, it's good. There we go. Okay. So then you can see down there at the bottom. Well, no, you can't really see it. Hold on. There it is. Okay. So now you can see it on the. So hopefully you do that with links anyway. But Israel and Palestine, callouts, uh, QRSTUV. So I'm doing alphabetical again. So Israel and Palestine, I and P. So nobody's more important or either. It's just alphabetical in the English alphabet because I don't speak other languages except for Spanish, except for a little bit of Portuguese. You falo un poco de português, and I've been told that I have a Brazilian accent for like those 6 words that I know, which that's it. I don't even know if I'm saying them right, but a little bit of German. But my point is I'm not trying to. Anyways, so now Russia. Um. I mean, this is very true though. No more killing. Like, like it'll make you feel better for a day. And I don't know that from experience. I've never seen anybody killed. I've never killed anybody. I've never. I mean, but it's like, and that's the stuff that Google would tell the police, like, hey, this Alex guy, he said this thing. That's how so many people get caught now because everybody can hear everything you're saying. If you talk about, hey man, this one time I accidentally did this thing and this guy's dead, and like, if you could, and people do that in jail, by the way, too. Like, you got all these, like, I love, oh, what's his, shout outs. Mm. Oh man, I gotta kind of focus on this, but it's a Jeremy. Mm. Oh my gosh, there are some very attractive models, but it sucks because like they look too young, and it's like if back in my day, like we did not have that, like, and I feel like a father figure for a lot of these, but that's what I want to get into is protecting the adult content markets. Not even like me directly, like training the people that would be working on those. That's fine because I had somebody try to pose as someone, and I said, send me a picture with A-Rye written on your chest, and she did, and it was totally photoshopped, like just I'm pretty sure it's a dude. Like, I mean, and this used to happen all the time when I'd play StarCraft. I'd get cybered with like dudes, old dudes. So technically, I was a victim. No, I was fine. Like, they said, "Well, I'm a dude," and I'm like, "Okay, we're just chatting." And I pictured a woman. Like, why are we even still talking? And I just like leave the chat room. Sorry, you're gonna make it all weird now. Like, bye. Like, you can't undo what just happened. And no, I don't feel like traumatized at all. By the way, like that's just silly. But now I'm not saying that that's okay. For like, there is an age limit. This happened when I was in middle school. Um, it's about like the creepy thing, like we got with the victims going out, and that's another thing too. The victims need to tell. sorry, I keep pointing this way because that's where my computer is. This way. Like, this is very important. No more deaths, but, in fact, to the victims, maybe I should put that in the FAQ. I don't want to edit this too much because this was actually mostly generated by Google based on my discussions, but yeah, clear path to redemption. And I will add to this. This path is dependent on any eligible victims. See, I'm trying to think of like legalese, like, you know, trying to protect against, and that's one thing. Let's get rid of legalese nonsense. Hold on, I gotta get some water. Let's listen to some Jacob Lyle. Or actually, I could talk while I'm walking and getting water. Hold on, let's switch to We'll Be Right Back. Alright, so you can see some train graffiti there, some other graffiti. But no, basically, legalese has caused a lot of, like, just unnecessary friction. And, like, if we're going to do online voting, we need to get rid of, like, the legalese and stuff. So, and actually, I do need to, I've been drinking a lot of water, so hold on, I'm going to do that. But I'm going to play some Jacob Lyle and not make my hot mic. It's just like Naked Gun, where he just, like, takes a whiz and he just has it recording. I'm not going to do that for you. So let's get some, Now That I'm Grown, and I will mute it. I'll be right back. Hold on.
I remember when I was just a little kid. Oh, the innocence seems all I ever did was run around starting this and that. But when it came to getting work done, I missed the chance. They said my spirit was free, and if that is a good thing, then why aren't you like me? I guess that they were telling me that I'm a little different. Teachers always said, Jake, are you even listening? You could find me sitting with the principal consistent. I said I didn't care, and he was pissed because I meant it. I never started trouble, I just like to have fun. But everyone around me was content to have none. I guess that life isn't all about the jungle gym, but working 80 hours a week ain't on my bucket list. And those are straight up facts. If I make $1 million, I'll be laid up fat. I don't need to be rich, but I don't wanna be broke. I just wanna be well off and do what I love. I got this feeling in my stomach, I'ma let it live. I'm just glad that I'm surrounded by talented friends. I swear that it's my pockets that won't let me in. All my people are exceptional and destined for business. This laid back country cat is pushing the limits, and I'ma keep on doing that and stay in my zone. And now that I'm grown, I got places to go.
Now that I'm grown, excuses are worth nothing. I gotta do what's best for me. And now that I'm grown, I gotta work towards something. Or honestly, it's hard to sleep. Now that I'm grown, I don't act so tough. Don't need my homies here to back me up. And now that I'm grown, I don't relax enough. I got my homies here to pass the rum. Now that I'm grown, excuses are worth nothing. I gotta do what's best for me. And now that I'm grown, I gotta work towards something. Or honestly, it's hard to sleep. Now that I'm grown, I don't act so tough. Don't need my homies here to back me up. And now that I'm grown, I don't relax enough. I got my homies here to pass the rum.
You pop grapples in the toilet, and you like it. You play ball like a girl. What did you say? You heard me. Tomorrow, noon, at our field. Get the buffalo butt breath. Count on it, Pete, drinking crap face.
I remember my younger days skating around town in that hot summer sun. Getting a little older, finally getting my license. Cruising around with the windows down. Back when getting a dub sack seemed like a complicated mission. Like when can I get that endo and clown? On my homies sipping on Keystone Light and Crown. Drown my sorrows, smoking sticky sour diesel for hours. I kept the G all the way to Z. Swing swords like Zorro, guzzling rum, Jack Sparrow. Learning how to bowl and shoot arrows. Just an innocent kid, teenage wasteland. Like ain't nobody fucking with us, man. Well shit, I guess life ain't all about the jungle gym. But being married with 3 kids before 30 just really ain't on my bucket list. But life's so sweet as I reminisce on the days of my youth, knowing someday I'll meet my moment of truth. Until then I know excuses cannot pave my road, and not all that glistens is gold. Yet we must all believe in ourselves to relieve the stress on our souls, so we can teach these precious youth how to shine and grow. Allow your minds to be free, and we can all sit back and enjoy the show. Yeah, like the birds and the bees and the trees, you know. Enjoy the show. Yeah, like the birds and the bees and the trees, you know. See slits, enjoy the show.
Now that I'm grown, excuses are worth nothing. I gotta do what's best for me. And now that I'm grown, I gotta work towards something. Or honestly, it's hard to sleep. Now that I'm grown, I don't act so tough. Don't need my homies here to back me up. And now that I'm grown, I don't relax enough. I got my homies here to pass the rum. Now that I'm grown, excuses are worth nothing. I gotta do what's best for me. And now that I'm grown, I gotta work towards something. Or honestly, it's hard to sleep. Now that I'm grown, I don't act so tough. Don't need my homies here to back me up. And now that I'm grown, I don't relax enough. I got my homies here to pass the rum.
Alright. Welcome on back. Let's see here. And actually, I am going to take another break here soon. So
Every day begins with the
We've got the
promise of
ads.
something new, a new
Something
perspective.
new, nuevo, un cosa nuevo, o una cosa nueva. I'll learn some more
MD
Spanish.
Anderson Cancer Center experts in Greeley and Loveland, working with you and your doctor
Okay.
to treat cancer.
What up, Noco?
Performing the region's
Basically, yeah, like I said, I'm going to take a break here. I've been doing it for 2 hours. I'm going to take a real break here. That was just a bathroom break, but I'm actually like get like some food and stuff, maybe like another song.
Hey Loveland, there's a new 7-Eleven.
But I want to
in town,
say
now
like,
open at 4237
what's a
McKinney
good
Boulevard.
one? I don't want to do Best Day Ever because that one I think has
Big gulps and Slurpee.
ooh, Denver Nuggets is good. I might get hit with
Check out what's new with coffee and
Let's
be
do
sure
Denver
to grab one of
Nuggets.
our delicious fresh bakery items.
But some of these are really
Download
good.
the 7
This
Rewards app to
party is
score
crazy,
free
yeah.
food and drinks and visit the
But
new
Denver
7-Eleven,
Nuggets, that's like
now
some
open
good
at 4237
repping the
McKinney
Denver,
Boulevard.
yeah, like 719-970. Those are my area codes that I've lived in. 303 is pretty big. If you ever heard of the 303 boys, that's a really good one. But no, we're gonna do Denver Nuggets. All right, I'll be right back. So yes, just kidding. We'll be right back.
Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets. Nuggets.
Yo, it's Colorado's best. Them nuggets in my vest. Where you gonna catch me next? Put me in them Brooklyn Nets. I'll duck a taser for that pay dirt. Where you lay hurt like the Lakers. I need paper for my haters, and I claim it's all in a day's work. Roll it up and pass it. Tastes like Orlando Magic. Gonna hash it, so it tax it to the last rip. Calling that fantastic. These Denver Nuggets rank #1. That burn like the Phoenix Sun. Easy here's what easy does. See, Thin Air breeds a mountaineer. We done came up in a half a year. I can't stop and I won't stop till it's caviar with
The Cavaliers.
Can't steal my thunder or my shine like Larry Bird back in his prime. Smoking on that fire kind. Bring the heat like Miami crime. Stand strong like Baltimore on curfew. Thought I told you the whole truth. Like a draft pick, I'm chosen. You didn't know this, but I goes in. Easy company's golden, but y'all know this. If you smoking and you choking, then I know that you are holding on them Denver Nuggets. Them Denver Nuggets, we got Denver Nuggets. Them Denver Nuggets, so break it up. Chop a Dutch, roll the window down, then drop the goods. That's what's up, shorty, roll it up, but the whole blunt just won't hold enough. Denver Nuggets. Them Denver Nuggets, we got Denver Nuggets. Them Denver Nuggets, so break it up. Chop a Dutch, roll the window down, then drop the goods. That's what's up, shorty, roll it up, but the whole blunt just won't hold it up. Dear Lord, my Savior, God bless misbehavior. They like us in Portland, cause we are trailblazers. And easy, I trust, I don't like to be rushed. My team's about that green, we get them Milwaukee Bucks. All my people doing well again. Easy's here, so tell a friend. We fresh up on the scene like we the New Orleans Pelicans. It's funny how they feeling me. Like 3 shots of Hennessy. This forest is a friendly scene, and I am a grizzly. No stick or stem, we let them live. It grow down by the river. So when we get to trimming nugs, we need them LA Clippers. Now the rent serve, kicking beats aside the pool. Honesty is kinda cool, and y'all full of Chicago bull. And we don't roam them pastures. No Toronto, but I'm a Raptor. It's nuggets that they after, so we keep more in the rafters. I told y'all I'm focused. Easy company's golden, but y'all know this. If you smoking and you choking, then I know that you're holding on them Denver Nuggets. Them Denver Nuggets, we got Denver Nuggets. Them Denver Nuggets, so break it up. Chop a Dutch, roll the window down, then drop the goods. That's what's up, shorty, roll it up, but the whole blunt just won't hold it up. Denver Nuggets. Them Denver Nuggets, we got Denver Nuggets. Them Denver Nuggets, so break it up. Chop a Dutch, roll the window down, then drop the goods. That's what's up, shorty, roll it up, but the whole blunt just won't hold it up.
Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets. 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 Nuggets.
Denver Nuggets. Them Denver Nuggets, we got Denver Nuggets. Them Denver Nuggets, so break it up. Chop a Dutch, roll the window down, then drop the goods. That's what's up, shorty, roll it up, but the whole blunt just won't hold it up. Denver Nuggets. Them Denver Nuggets, we got Denver Nuggets. Them Denver Nuggets, so break it up. Chop a Dutch, roll the window down, then drop the goods. That's what's up, shorty, roll it up, but the whole blunt just won't hold it up.
Hold on. Technical difficulties. It was actually going to play one that I think would actually be okay. All right, hold on. Oh, yeah, we're back. We're back. Sorry. Let me just double check again. I don't know why I still do this, but you know, like I said, all it takes is one time, and then, you know, wait. Yeah, now I hear it. So, anyways, whew. Hello. All right, so thought about wearing a silly hat with some of this or something, but anyways, actually this. Well, no. I was gonna say I could show some of the things and stuff, and then like certain people would recognize like this one. Actually, yeah, I gotta. I mean, if we're gonna be doing some public confessing, because I've actually already started, and I'm gonna do an official one day. But this thing, this is a horse knight piece, chess piece that I got. I was tripping on mushrooms up in Buena Vista, Colorado. No, it was a rock shop in between BV and Salida, and I don't know. I mean, it was like a gem and mineral shop. But anyways, the funny story behind this is I was trying to teach somebody a lesson. Somebody I found out was a serial predator. And aside from a physical altercation, I also robbed him blind. Now, I would never actually rob from somebody, like, so this, and I actually returned as much as I could. However, this guy, I brought it to a third location just to hide it for a while. It was so stupid. I was so mad, and like I was on like 5 different substances for that too. But like, I mean, I was eating mushrooms when I found that thing. This thing was only like, I want to say it was like $3, $5, or $8, something ridiculously like cheap for this. Like it's a solid, like you can really do some damage with that. It's got like a nice felt bottom and stuff and everything. But anyways, and it's a solid wood carving. And knight, my name Ryan means knight. Alex means king, apparently. From one baby book I saw, because I looked up my name, and in fact, actually, we could even Google that real quick. Why not? We've got the Google. First, I'm going to do like the confirmation. Wait, no, let's not do it in this one. Let's do it in. Sorry, this is my stream. We're going to do this. So, does the name Alex mean king? Okay, no, but rather defender. Wait, what? I mean, I kind of like that even better because, like, kings, like the no kings protest. Like, I mean, granted, uh, I dislike Trump within the parameters of a law-abiding citizen that would never do him harm. And if anything, if I was called to military service, I would technically have to protect him from harm. Yikes. Not that I think anything's going to happen to him. I think, if anything, well, not physical or dangerous or anything, I think he's going to get some public ridicule. But yeah, no, the defender of mankind. All right, so why the king connection? Okay, comes largely from his legendary king who conquered vast territories, making the name synonymous with powerful leadership and conquest, even though the name itself means defender. Okay, so I'd actually rather just start saying that, like defender. So, and I was the blind side. I was the left tackle for my football career. They made that movie out of it, The Blind Side. Yeah, I played the same position as this guy. Now, definitely, I did not have the same story as this guy, like homeless or like I think there was drug use involved, which doesn't matter how bad the drugs are, it's how we handle them too. Like the parents could have actually been normally good parents and just using drugs, but we would never know because as soon as they get found out, although granted, usually with alcohol and the harder stuff, especially stuff that's laced with like meth and opiates, like those are like the more addicting things, and that's usually what poor people get because and like usually everybody becomes poor if they do too much. Anyways, it's a vicious cycle. Go watch this movie. I keep pointing in the wrong direction. Go watch this movie. It's really good. And I'm not nearly as amazing as this guy and the story of this guy and the story of this family. This whitewashed, like, Christian Texas family, I think, or so. I don't know. Well, let's look at it. Hold on. I'm not going to try to. The Blind Side is a 2009 American biographical sports drama film written and directed by John Lee Hancock. Based on the 2006 book of the same name by Michael Lewis, the film tells the story of Michael Orr, a football offensive lineman who overcame an impoverished upbringing to play in the National Football League, NFL, with the help of Leanne and Sean Toohey? They say it in the movie a lot, but it stars Sandra Bullock as Leanne, Tim McGraw as Sean, and Quentin Aaron as Orr. The film was a commercial success, grossing $309 million. But anyways, like the whole, I think that's it. Like that's what I meant. Impoverished upbringing. So like for whatever reason, there's the plot and everything. We're not gonna read through all that. Like go check it out. Go back to backstory. Space Jesus. Dangerous. I joke about Space Jesus, but there was a dark time in my past where I experienced a perfect storm of sleep deprivation, medication mismanagement, and overexertion. Yeah, okay. See, the tools are spell checking, but guess what? They're also analyzing that and sending it off somewhere. That's why I didn't want Grammarly, because then it's sending it off to two somewheres. Like Google knows everything I've been doing, and if they think there's a cause for concern, they trust me. They will notify the authorities. Like if I had, I don't even want to say the words because I don't want to trigger a thing and be like, all right, go send a patrol car over to Alex's house. But no, like if I said anything about like, oh wait, hold on, my phone's still stuck on the thing. But if I had said anything of like the big things, like taking someone's life, um, like big time drug dealing, or even like the dangerous drugs, like even if I had like, I mean, so which I like to hope that they know. I mean, again, super boring. Like all of my internet stuff, my positioning, like smart meters, like people are able to tell what devices you're using at what times in your house based on the electric grid. Like they know, they know. I mean, just like Jesus has always known, right? Everybody's been preparing for Jesus to look at their dirty laundry. Oh, oh wait, you haven't? You might want to go clean out that dirty laundry. So, oh wait, that's the announcement of the Great Reset. That's not for another bit. Anyways, I'm just kidding. I don't even know any of that for real. That's a joke. That's a joke. And I joke about Space Jesus, but there was a dark time. In fact, can we like get this over? There we go. There. Experience a perfect storm of sleep deprivation, medication mismanagement, and overexertion. I was working 12-hour graveyard shifts, alternating weeks of, and how many? So it was 3 on. Oh no, it was 4 on, 3 off, then 3 on, 4 off. Of I think that's right. And then on the weekends. So I would have to go from graveyard shift, all that. Let's see. I had an Adderall. I mean, whatever, like prescription for ADHD. It's well known that I've said it like 50 times. Like I don't care. But I had an Adderall for ADHD. I was abusing it in the sense of trying to unlock my full potential of work life balance. This meant being awake and aware with my kids. Awake, aware, and attentive. There we go. Awake, aware, and attentive. And I lived with my mother, so like, I mean, it wasn't just me. There was backup there, but still, if she had not been around and I was just normally on medication, as you know, like so, yeah. But this meant being awake, aware, and attentive when I had my kids. But really, really all week, but especially. Well, actually, no, yeah, because it's all week. Because I mean, like, oh, all week, either operating crane, being part of the first aid, first response team, or being a dad. There you go. Every day, I had to be alert and attentive. I didn't get any days off, basically. There's no days like, and if I was still, and I stopped drinking actually during this time, but if I was still a drinker, there's no days for me to be like, hey, I'm gonna go drink, and have a party or whatever. Like, nah. And I know a lot of that goes away when you're a parent, but you should still have like the little bit of time where you don't have to be a parent, like a little break. But and actually, as I say that, my co-parent went through a lot of hardship too. So and I owe her. And that's going to be part of the confessional too, like the bad things I did. And not that that sounds really bad. Like I never hit any of my exes. I never. I think the worst was I like forced one onto the bed, and I held that Jewish woman. I pushed her onto the bed and I held the door closed. She was so mad at me, and she didn't like hit me either or anything. Like she just get mad, and like we didn't get to that point. And we had cats too, like so you had to be careful, and like so. Anyways, and I say these things because like people tend to think, and that's why I made that goofy YouTube video, the intro video of like, and I used the silly hat, just throwing up Swazis and wearing silly hats. Who is this guy? I'm a mystery. Oh. Anyways, sorry. There's just a lot of stuff here. I had this other stuff hanging on my horse. This is another random thing I got from Walmart. Yeah, you didn't think you'd be watching a show and tell you'd be seeing like, why is this guy like trying to bring world peace through comedy? Yeah, it's what is that? Prop comedy. No, we're not doing that. But it's a tassel. It's supposed to be for like a curtains or something. I just bought it because I had money. Because I worked all the time through high school and I bought stupid things just to do it. And I like it. I mean, I was gonna hang it from like my car mirror, but then I was like, nah, it's too heavy. Then I got the little metal dice that people sometimes hang from the mirror. Sometimes I say, because if you drive and you hit the brakes, they go clink clink, and they keep hitting the window. And I'm just like, that's gonna crack it at some point. Like it's gonna be a cold window one morning, especially in central Colorado. In fact, let's get that right. Buena Vista, Colorado. It's Buena Vista. It just drives people wild from Buena Vista. Like if you call it Buena Vista, you don't call it Los Angeles. And until you call it Los Angeles, I don't want to hear it said Buena Vista. You could say LA, but if you say LA for that reason, you can say BV. I'm just kidding. There's two people that I can think of right off the top of my head that I would be saying this to. Not in a mean way, especially to one, because I need to show him respect. The other one already knows how I feel about some other things, so I would still be fine saying it in a mean way, but I think he already knows. So, yeah, the nearby towns. No, I'm talking Buena Vista. So here's Colorado. Wait, there you go. See, Buena Vista. It's like right in the middle. Not quite, I guess. So I guess like what is right in the middle? Lake George, Spinney Red. Oh, so I know some people. Literally right. All right. Anyways, so Buena Vista though, and then let's see. Can we see the county? Um, oops. Um, there we go. Looks like a hanging huevos. That's what we joke about. So that's and look at the oh. I helped with the tile at the Mount Princeton Hot Springs. Oh, there's that. Oh man, beautiful mount. And again, oh, like so I went camping with that Jewish lady. Um, and hacky sacked up there with her brother and her dad. A bear came to our tent, and I was snoring because her brother and I were having some schnapps, like in her dad. I think we all did, but whatever. I mean, we were in high school, whatever. But like, and yeah, we've done the river rafting, and we have this beautiful picture. I don't know if she still has it. Probably not. I mean, like, and I don't know if I have it, but we were on the top of the mountain, and this is before the internet actually had good pictures. So I don't think it would actually be anywhere unless she put it on Facebook. Like, but either way, um, we were just like looking into each other's eyes and we were like holding each other, and the wind was like blowing her hair, and it was all perfect. And I think she even might have even like had her like foot up, like like doing the thing. I can't see me like I'm lifting my foot up, like how the leg goes back like this. Anyways, it's Colorado though. That's where I grew up. Buena Vista, the hanging nutsack of Chaffee County, and also Salida sucks, by the way. Uh, Screw you, Salida. Nah, I'm kidding. They're all right. They're not too bad. In fact, I have a friend of me from Salida who, when he sees this, he's gonna flip out. Like, it depends on the context. If I end up in like a mental hospital, and then this is gonna be more of a flop. But if I end up how I'm trying, it's gonna be funny. Plus, it might have him a job too. I got a buddy coming from prison here pretty soon that needs a job. So I'm already working on a career path for that, and I was going to approach community corrections to try to pitch some of these projects. Actually, let's look at these real quick. So before we get into all this, so communal, this is actually a big thing about like this whole project. I mean, they're hippie farms basically. It's for like community based. Here's some of my comments on that. In fact, let's go ahead and do this. So back to here. Hmm, let's do communal. Hey, look at the Google tools. There we go. Communal clean version. Okay. And then what else? Communal tech coaching. Oh, this is so great. We're gonna do this. Was it heading 1, 2? I think it's heading 2. Tech coaching. Hey. Woo. All right. So yeah, I'm just getting excited about formatting. Like from the days of dial-up and Word formatting, going crazy every time you move something to just break everything. Like, and I love Microsoft. Don't get me wrong. I just don't have enough money to have. I don't have Xbox either, which is I guess is now Microsoft as well. And I loved Xbox. Like, I played so much Halo, so much Halo. So, anyways, communal tech coaching. What's the next one? Scratch projects. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Because these are Scratch. These are potential ideas for volunteer projects that people could or could not get some funding, maybe scratch projects, and that's a big if. Everything would have to be approved, and I'm not even saying like, so basically my thinking with that is like tech companies are hopefully going to start approaching, maybe not because of this, like if my family's concerned about this, maybe they won't not reach out about this, but this one, Elon Musk might reach out with like a couple $1 million, excuse me, be like, hey, what can you do with this? Like, all right, yeah, I could do. If I had $1 million to do one of these, no, not the mouth is the mouth. Hold on, like, I would first do. I might want to. Okay, anyways, John Cleese. He's I think I freaked him out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, John. I'm sorry, John. I apologize. This is not my. As you can see, I'm a goofy American that means well. I love your work. Oh my God! Shout outs to John Cleese. John Cleese. How am I forgetting this? Okay, so let's see. I feel like I even sounds like oy vey, like hey, John. Like, oh my God, I could hear her. Like, I'm sorry. And when I was talking to the police, I belted her number out like that. I was like, it was like on command. It's probably not even her same phone number, but if it is, like mine's the same. I've always had the same. And I screen all my calls because so many people have tried to screw me over with my phone number. I'm sure. Like, yeah. Actually, I don't think there's that many people that hate me that bad. But yeah, no, actually, no. Now I say that, like ex-girlfriends and stuff. We'll do the confession at some time. But no, John Cleese. We'll put him actually before Jim Carrey because he's actually kind of like, wait, John, Jim, alphabetical. Let's stay alphabetical. H-I-J-K. Cool. M method. All right. Look at that magic right there. Alphabetized. John Cleese. Ahrefs. List. Okay. John Cleese. Yeah, I think I freaked him out. I posted something on his thing. The older generations need a little more introduction, but I'm sorry, people come at people all like blah blah blah, Trump and this and World War III and blah 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 blah. Not justifying this. I'm not sorry, John. I'm not trying to blah 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 you. I'm just an adoring fan, and I've told you that a few times, but I don't know if you've ever read the comments and stuff. So, I can only try so many times to say, hey, hi, John. I'm just kidding. Now I sound like a stan, like I'm like stalking, like I'm not. I actually reached out to British intelligence with this stuff too. Like, it needs to be known that this is an idea of a plan to move forward to avoid all war forever, forever. Like, let's see if I spelled it right. John Cleese. John Cleese. Oh, he's such a legend. Legend, John. Okay. Magnificent human being. Let's add a link here too. Why not? We got all these tools. Look at this. John Cleese. And South Park. Okay, hello. They're the ones that are going to be doing the show, hopefully. I'm just kidding. Unless they press charges, I'm not going to cease and desist sending them messages. Sorry, I did this with CSU too. But like, I sent some weird crap to like. It wasn't weird. I was definitely throwing around a little too much weight, and I need to be prepared for if CSU's like, "What are you doing here?" Well, actually, they already told me. The guy I had a nice conversation with the front desk IT person. And I have friends at CSU IT, so I might even ask them, be like, "So, was this a weird thing that happened?" Please tell me it wasn't a weird thing, but and they would tell me, be like, if it was or wasn't. In fact, I met, anyways. That's a long story, but basically, what I did with South Park is I sent Casa Bonita some messages. They think I might be, they might think that I'm a stan. All right, but anyway, South Park. Come on down to South Park and have yourself a time. Friendly faces everywhere, humble folks without temptation. Going down south, I'm gonna see if I can unwind. Ample parking day or night, people spouting, howdy neighbor. Anyways. The cartels. Okay, so the cartels. Let's drug cartel. Oh my gosh, hold on. Actually, we're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna take a hit for some copyright. Is that okay? I think we need to do a copyright strike risk for this. I think Twitch will. They're either gonna forgive me or they're gonna ban me for this. Let's just say that. So the cartels. So for those that don't know, heroin. That was actually medicine back in the Wild West days. Um, so it's any illegal drugs, and it's like, well, as you can see here, a drug cartel is a criminal organization composed of independent drug lords who collude with each other in order to improve their profits and dominate the illegal drug trade. Drug cartels form with the purpose of controlling the supply of the illegal drug trade and maintaining prices at a high level. The formations of drug cartels are common in Latin American countries. Rivalries between multiple drug cartels cause them to wage turf wars against each other. Drug cartels often transport both drugs and narcotics, and most often the term narcotics cartel is not used to describe an organization that transports the latter legally defined set of illegal substances. Sorry, such as what? Louder for those in the back. Such as what? It's not illegal anymore. It is a Schedule 3 medicine, homeboy, marijuana, which is the slave name of cannabis. Let's talk about cannabis. Oh, and actually, wait, no. Before we go back about that, in fact, I'm going to comment on this. Check it out. Cartels. If the cartels swapped operations to legal medicines and substances, they could, I don't want to say corner the market, but like, well, let's look at the annual revenues. Says annual cannabis revenue, Colorado, just for Colorado, just for one. It peaked at 423.5 million. Oh wait, that's not all that much. Hold on. Oh, that's tax revenue. Okay, that's what I was saying. Is like, so the total revenue. Here we go. I need some like milk or cream or something, but I got water and coffee, and it's like almost 9. I gotta stop drinking coffee. Although I'm gonna be up. Like, let's be honest. I got. Okay, good. So, yeah. I mean, I was just checking out my schedule for tomorrow, my work stuff, so it's not too bad. So I can be up a little late, and I'm going to sleep in because I'm going to be starting from at home tomorrow. I get to do that a lot, actually. I love my job. But anyways, I'm always either home or there, and like, you never know. I could be watching, I could be at home, I could be in here with a gun. I'm just kidding, I can't have guns, but I could be, so don't break into my house is what I'm saying. Plus, like, this place is probably being watched by like so many people that you'd be stupid to do it. But anyways, so that's 3 billion. So the total to date, 2014, 67 million. Oh. Mm. So that's relevant. Sufficient. If the cartel swapped operations to legal medicines and substances, they could make plenty of money. Here's Colorado's track record with legal cannabis. Wait, Can I link in a comment? Logical by ending the Androids. Yeah, and logistics kings. Like, I mean, so a common undertone and thread to all of this is respect to all parties. And see, sorry, I feel like I should have already said this, by the way. Israel, Russia, China, the cartels, all of Central and South America, and North America too, Canada and like Mexico. Um, it's all the Americas. It's all the world too. I mean, we're one big global family, and so all of this is met with respect and integrity. In fact, that's the whole point of. Let's see. Hold on. So in the FAQ, okay, and like comment. I have that the cartels. I commented, and there's a link. Hold on. Scratch project. Oh, I didn't do the scratch projects. First, I'm gonna do this, and then tab. That is so nifty. All right. Key project. Can I projects? There we go. We'll just do that. Change it to this. That key projects. Now it's even got to be a little different than that. Let's do this. And then communal in itself has the clean version. This has like some explanation. So online voting, communal. Oh my god, there's so many things going on with this, and so I think it needs to be, yeah, it needs to be said here. I might have a little TMI on this stuff. I feel like that's important too. Like I'm talking to people that are losing their family members and loved ones daily. You think I really give a rat's behind about whether I'm sharing a little too much information? That's the trust bond. So actually, sorry, I'm speaking like I'm speaking to somebody like, but not really. And I wouldn't actually say that. That's why I go through and I talk through things. It's like writing the nasty letter and not sending it. And then the people are like, oh wait, you're not supposed to send those. So, but this is it's and oh, let's do this. A discoteca. This is one of my favorite songs, and I think it's totally. Should I go for the? See, I don't even want to do it, but let's just go through it. So like, without the sound, I don't want to rip them off. Well, I mean, I don't want to be making money off of them anyway, but I don't make money off of this. So, but all of these guys, they remind me. Like that guy reminds me of my buddy AJ. This one, like, oh, sorry. And then right, like, yeah, like he's got the cool Jeep and everything. He's got a gas, and then beautiful women, and then like, look at all this cool stuff. Like that's cartel. Like, yeah, and like, all these tattoos means everything. And again, this is not disrespect. This is just me white boy dancing and like maybe like but like, sorry again. Remember, I'm like waving swastikas and stuff. No, I would try to talk to any one of those ladies with respect, like, and yeah. So, anyways, he even moves like that. Like if I was drinking, tying one off with the boys and stuff, I could see this. That's my buddy. Freaking. Well, I shouldn't really be calling out names and stuff. Sorry, AJ. He's military too. But the military knows very much about him. Mm. No, I think the entire military knows that BV boys are a little crazy. In fact, I remember my recruiter talking about exactly that. He said that it's pretty much common knowledge that any small town mountain kids tend to be a little more on the wild side. Because that's all we do. We got nothing to do up there but run around on freaking mountains and swim rivers and, like, You know, you want to go hike to go smoke some bud, you gotta go run 6 miles into the backcountry, like, and you got cops right there. Everyone's a cop. Everyone is one call away from a cop. Like, you do not get away. Oh man, smoking in town city limits? No, like on a day with no wind? No, you'd get busted. That's stupid. Like they would smell it like bloodhounds, and then they would like, woo, like they would go right there. There's only like 2 miles you could go. Like, is it here? No. Is it here? No. Is it here? Yep, it's right there. All the usual suspects in the usual spots. Yeah. So, anyways, I guess this is fair. Like, I'm not gonna get in trouble for a copyright strike for the music video, am I? I mean, maybe. So let's actually not play this whole thing. So I think it's still like a. Actually, I think I'm closest to this guy right here. This guy with the white hat. Here, let's get to his section, because he almost looks like he's gacked right there, and he very well could be. But I mean, you know, like that's life, man. I was gacked a lot. There we go. Yeah, arrogant, fierce, probably more of an enforcer type. If I had to just guess, like from a, which is it's terrible. Like, you're really judging like size and stature and like the way that they hold them. Like, you know, we got to do to the freaking baseball bat. You talking like who's like the most dangerous? Like, no, I mean, they're all dangerous if you corner them. Like, I feel like it shouldn't need to be said. A human being, because we're all alike, 99.9%. Wait, hold on, real quick. Neil deGrasse Tyson says we're 99% the same. Neil deGrasse Tyson often speaks about our profound genetic similarity, highlighting that human DNA is 99.9% identical to every other human, emphasizing that the tiny variations create all our unique faces, while we share roughly 90, so that's an approximation. In fact, look, this is relevant. Key points of key points. That's it. Key points. We are, or humans share 99% approximate. Let's approximate this. Approximately 99%. Or do I have a tilde? Is that? I mean, yeah. Wait. No, we can even. Well. Let's see how close I got to that. Should we make the whole thing? No, let's just do this. You know, like how much work this is just to like do stuff that people should be doing on their own. Like, are we, how much alike are we? Like, you know, like idiots. I'm just kidding. There we go. Neil deGrasse Tyson, 99.9%. So, no, I'm putting that 99.9. That is so. Let's take the tilde out. Share 99%. Of our DNA with every other human. Period. Okay. That's the thing. 0.01% accounts for all physical differences of people. That okay. So if people, I mean, I'm paraphrasing, and in fact, let's actually just take this out. There we go. Key points. We're the same. When you hurt somebody, you're hurting yourself. Everything is yourself hurting. Like, when you kill somebody from another country, you hurt yourself. They are someone like you. They talk like you, they act like you, they think like you. They might not speak the same language, but they will still elicit the same reactions. If you were to poke them or prod them or say something offensive, they would like a visual slap. Like, these things are not unique to, like, you don't go to the African tribe and say, screw your mother, and expect them to be like, thanks, guy. Like, no, they would be like, excuse me, and I don't know any specific tribe. They're all the same because it's all people. If you go there and offend them, and that's the funny thing, like anthropology and the Indiana Jones stuff, like a lot of times I remember even myself thinking like, oh, if you got, and to this day, if we contacted like an uncontacted tribe that didn't know about the outside world, how would you approach them? And it's like, oh yeah, no, I would know how to do that, really. Like, and same, like I was just listening to Julius Doyle, this professor. He was doing and I got to do a shout out for him too. And see, and that's the thing, is I need to compile all these lists, but I do have like follower lists and stuff on my socials. Like, it's an ongoing process, and I plan on doing a lot of streaming. This was needed. I needed to revamp my. In fact, let's actually go to the GitHub and let's update. Well, hold on, I got to commit these changes. I don't even know what I changed, but let's. Yep, to shoutouts. I like it. And then we need to index, edit. As a joke. Okay. For any concerned persons, please visit the ever-changing Google Doc for the BV Accord FAQ below. There. Let's actually line this up there. Anyone is free to copy, paste the link into an incognito window for Chrome or private browsing for Safari, and comment anonymously. I don't know how to spell anonymously, so I'm going to do this, and then, do I have something loaded up? I don't know what that is. Neil deGrasse Tyson says, yeah, whatever. Okay. For any concerned persons, please visit the ever-changing Google Doc for the BV Accord FAQ below. There, anyone is free to copy-paste the link into an incognito window for Chrome or private browsing for Safari and comment their concerns, questions, or kudos anonymously. Anonymous. Lee? No, not them. I mean, they're pretty cool too, but anonymously. There we go. In a way that prevents a person from being identified by name or country, or a lot of people got their covers blown for which country they're like going from. But anyways, anonymously. Anonymously. All right. You can also do so on my YouTube videos. For anyone trying to show support for these projects, please like, view, and comment good things or constructive things on my YouTube videos. There you go. That's it. Go comment those and like that, because then if YouTube ends up paying me, then that's a revenue stream that I can use back to the Jim Carrey thing. I'll use that revenue to do these things and help these. But I don't think I'm gonna have to. I think if this is executed properly and by all, I mean, well, I mean, if this whole thing works, we're talking world peace. Like, we're talking done. Like, no more. Ugh. Yeah, talk about grandiose, and yeah, of course my family's gonna be a little concerned about that, but a lot of this is pretty straightforward. So then I got to do a link tree. It's not that hard. There you go. And now that cringy, that cringy video of like, I'm not crazy. Let me put on a Santa hat. I'm not scary. And I had a gold anonymous. I'm not part of Anonymous, by the way. I am not. I've never been associated with them. Oh, and I was gonna say some of that too. Yeah, because I was associated with some affiliations, but like getting to this like backstory, that's kind of a lot. Like attended Sunday school. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, because I did. I thought my pastor was a lesbian. She kept her hair cut short. She wore a bunch of rainbow wigs. I didn't question it. I was just like, all right, lesbian's the leader in church. I mean, why are all these people mad at gay people? Like, there's a gay person right there teaching me church. Like, I was so confused. Like, uh and women leadership, and that's why I'm gonna be doing. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't really have, and that's why I had this, the transformative transatlantic slave trade, because this guy Julius Doyle. Oh, did I put it somewhere? Come on, did I not read it? Julius A. I'll have to look that up. But anyways, and all this stuff. Hold on, man. I'm ping ponging. Hold on. Actually, I'm getting pretty tired. I've been doing this for, geez, 3 hours. Yeah, I think we're gonna need a break. I think this is a good to go off of. I might fiddle with this some more. Wait, FAQ? Is there comments? Okay, yeah. So I don't think I should do this, actually. Delete that. I mean, because here's the thing, and especially now that we're looking at war, like, holy, what? Like, no, and I heard Trump say that nonsense. Like, I mean, it's already bad enough with the immigrants and the asylum seekers, but now he's like, let's just go blow up other Americans, like, because they are Central Americans. And wait, no, Venezuela, I think that's South. Actually, hold on, Venezuela, South America. So it is down there. Oh, it's okay. Well, still, Colombia, Venezuela, like that's usually been kind of like one of the drug capitals. But I mean, like, if we find out how many politicians up here doing drugs and stuff, they're gonna be like, okay, well, maybe drugs aren't that bad. And I'm sure a lot of that's gonna come out with the Epstein things. Like, it's not just underage girls; it's drugs. Like, it's several documented instances of our president using drugs. Like, and half this country voted for him. Like, okay, not half, actually, only a third of the country voted for him. A third of the country voted for the Democrats, and then a third of the country didn't even vote. So there's that. But a third of the country supports a man that did cocaine. That doesn't mean I don't think what he says has any less validity because of that. I know a lot of people would like to justify their anger for the man because of that, but no, it's money. It was always money. Money is the root of all evil. And like we could say this. In fact, let's actually even just say that. Money is the root of all evil. It's greed. It's a Christian sin of pride, or sin. So I guess this is how many outstanding comments there are. Let's see if I can approve it, and does it... And hide discussion? Let's... No, no. Oh. Oh, whew, okay. Marked as resolved. So it stays there. And I thought it did, but that's one of those things like, I don't know. Yeah, you can send an email to me. Please don't. I'm not going to look at it. Unless you want me to. And it's worth me looking at. Otherwise, I'm just going to report it if it's spam. I'm just kidding. Alright, so yeah. Cool. Money is the root of all evil, and it's just a tool. Key points. Money is the root of all evil, but also a tool that can fix all problems. That's it. They can fix all problems. All main problems, let's say. All the main problems. We can't fix cancer just yet, but I'll tell you what we can fix. War. Let's see. War. Hunger. Poverty. I mean, that's obvious. You just give people money. But if you help them to where they can get their own money, that's the better way. Oh, hunger, poverty, avoidable deaths. Like Bill Gates. Let's see. Child deaths. We're going to get very specific. The goalkeeper's report. Okay. Here we go. I think it's this. So I subscribe to this stuff. Yes, there we go. Accept all. Yeah. So it's Bill Gates. Well, let's listen. Let's listen.
Over the last 25 years, the world quietly achieved something remarkable. We cut child deaths in half. 2025 has seen significant setbacks in this work of keeping kids healthy. A lot of health budgets have been reduced. 2025 will be the first year this century where the number of children dying is going to go up. Despite these setbacks, I remain optimistic that we'll get back on track, that we can get childhood deaths down from the current 5 million a year down to around 2 million. It's all about great primary health care, taking care of pregnant women, taking care of young kids, and adding great new tools. We're asking people to step up and remain committed to all of humanity, especially its children.
Ubuntu, which, I mean, he's the Microsoft guy, but Ubuntu means like community for us. Oh wait, hold on. Ubuntu meaning, which is an African saying. It says a quality that includes the essential human virtues, compassion, and humanity. Origin, the Xhosa and Zulu, or however you pronounce that. What is the real meaning of Ubuntu? Ubuntu philosophy, sometimes known as, translated as "I am because we are." And I've heard this story about these people. Well, actually, let's go down there. Fruit. Basket. Race. Alright, well, let's see. I don't know if it's an urban legend or like story of African children holding hands and skipping to a basket of fruit instead of racing to it. Instead of running to it? All an anthropology propose. There we go. Ah, right there. I'm doing that because like Ubuntu. Oh wait, we're gonna do all these as dots. They're points. Ubuntu. That. Fruit basket story. Apply. There we go. So this featured archive story, Ubuntu I am because we are. Let's see. Oh, and I remember this picture. Yeah, this looks like it. So, all right. An anthropologist proposed a game to children in an African tribe. He put a basket of fruit near a tree and told the children whoever got there first won the sweet fruits. When he told them to run, they all took each other's hands and ran together, then sat together enjoying their treats. When he asked them why they had run together, like that, as one could have had all the fruits for himself, they said, Ubuntu, how can one of us be happy if all the other ones are sad? It's so profound. Like, all right. And then the longer story, an anthropologist had been studying the habits and customs of this tribe. When he finished his work, he had to wait for transportation that would take him to the airport to return home. He'd always been surrounded by the children of the tribe, so to help pass the time before he left, he proposed a game for the children to play. He'd bought lots of candy and sweets in the city, so he put everything in a basket with a beautiful ribbon attached. Oh, and actually, even before all this, like I could totally see myself doing something like this. Like, I want to give something for them, but I don't want to be unfair. Like, here's a bunch of candy to you, but you, boy, so let's think of a game so we can absolve ourselves of the accountability for giving a gift to these kids. Like, which I mean, it could be very inappropriate too. Like, I mean, you give. In fact, I inappropriately gave a gift to one of my daughter's friends, and I had felt like I had to explain myself to the mother, and I probably should have just not done it in the first place, but I justified it by saying like my daughter does. They both my kids do jobs and they earn money. They pay for things like they work. Sorry, not trying to get defensive, especially not to this poor lady. Like she's not sorry. She's a saint. Like she's awesome and everything. But anyways, sorry. I'm a dad. I'm a dad part time, half time. This is something that I want to do even for my kids' friends. I'd be like, oh wait, here's a gift. But then it's like, it's appropriate and like that. But especially for somebody that's there studying the tribe in Africa, like you could be altering a lot of things, and that's actually one of the dangers of giving technology to a lot of these African tribes. Is because like what happens sometimes is like, and I looked into this because I was going to donate laptops to a bunch of places around the world. Still am, by the way, but we got to do it legally and like ethically. Like, there's a big ethics section of like, so what happens sometimes is somebody will get like a laptop, even if it doesn't work or if they can't plug it in. They're like, I am now chief, or I am awesome, I am now better than you, and it causes a disparity in the tribes people. So like, and that might not be the case. I read that years ago, around 2020. I was giving computers to people. Um, it sounds crazy. Not just random people. I gave a computer to one buddy. He's kind of a bit of an affiliate guy, and then a computer to my homegirl, who's kind of an affiliated gal. Yeah, to help them with their job seeking. Actually, oh boy, he was trying to produce music, and I don't know if he was able to with the computer that I got him. It was a cheapo from Walmart, but that was the best that I could do. And I was like, hey, here's a computer. And I also gave him some Legos, and it was all awkward. And I explained to him later, I'm like, I'm sorry, I was going through some medication stuff. And he's like, nah, it's cool. And I gave him a skateboard too that I didn't use. And I was like, you take this, because he actually skateboards and stuff. And like, I mean, I love that skateboard. Don't get me wrong. And if I needed to transport, but now I have a longboard that I got as a gift, and I gave my old longboard to another guy that was going to a sober living house, and I'm going to give this longboard probably to the guy coming from prison if he doesn't have a car, but I think he said he has a car. So, and that's what I do. I'm constantly like Gavlon, wheeling and dealing. Let's look at that. Gavlon, wheel. Yeah, Gavlon deal. We are going to play this sound. Oh, 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 oh. Don't do it.
You want what? Gavlan wheel, Gavlan deal. Gavlan wants soul. Many soul. What you want?
And souls in these games are proof of murder.
With Gavlan, you will,
creatures.
you deal.
Like the whole game is set on like killing a bunch of like these other creatures and people in like other like netherly realms or like purgatory. Oh, and actually, you know what? I'm about done with this. I'm gonna go play some video games. Like, I want to play some Dark Souls 2 now. Like, just seeing this. Sorry, that's me getting a little defensive because, like, I mean, I get it that people are a little sensitive about like the Space Jesus thing. Oh, whoops. Wait, what? Oh, turn on. Yeah, but we're gonna cancel this for now. Gavlan wheel, Gavlan deal. Why not? Let's put that somewhere. Free basket story. Key points. Oops. I never said this whole thing was going to be completely sane. But that's actually, so black markets. There is a large majority of US citizens that worked directly, oops, or indirectly with the cartels. We are already colleagues in many ways. And this includes anyone who has ever purchased an illegal substance. That puts the blame on pretty much the entire freaking country, bud. So if it's not weed, it's coke. If it's not coke, it's ecstasy, mushrooms. If you've ever done drugs, like you are somehow directly or indirectly benefiting either the cartels or people that work with the cartels. You might not like it, but that's peak explanation of our country. So all of these people, and sorry, I get a little defensive. I've never spoken to anybody in the cartel, like not directly, but I've known people that known people that known people. Eh, I don't care to, and actually, I kind of worry about that. Like that's why I made 2 Facebooks. So when I did Space Jesus, I made a new Facebook. Like I basically killed off my old character, started a new Phoenix. Like, hey, what kind of an idea? There's that swastika thing again. Like a phoenix. Actually, like this is like a gun. Pew pew pew. Pew. And then here it's like rocket ship. It's because it's just a symbol, and actually, I don't even know. Um, uh, backwards swastika. Korea. In Korea and East Asia, the counterclockwise swastika, manji in Japanese Korean, is an ancient positive symbol of Buddhism representing eternal life, good fortune. And actually, look at that. Oh, I did that the same direction. Now, it might be reversed in the camera, but, like, actually, is it? No, it's the same direction. If you, wait, hold on. If you look at it, like, it's pointing this way, and so is that. The bottom, the base here is pointing to the right, like, or there's like a line going out that way. So anyways, my point is, and actually I learned that from an art teacher back in Buena Vista. Is that high school? Maybe middle school, but I know the teacher. I don't want to drop names, but, and my buddy who was big into ICP and the Juggalos and everything. So for those that don't know, the Juggalos, they're these folks that do like the face painting, the clowns. Are kind of they're actually considered a gang or criminal organization by the feds. Like, so he liked a lot of that stuff. I didn't, because I didn't like, it had too much killing for me. But I know a lot of people that are down with the clowns, so I don't want to speak too bad on it. Plus, they stand for freedom, even though if it is a little wild and a little like risque and whatnot. But yeah, in fact, I love like that. Like reminds me of Captain Spaulding of House of a Thousand Corpses. Let's see that Captain Spaulding. Yep, there he is, fictional character in like this serial killer movie. So, but again, you know, don't kill people. That's like one of the big rules of Christianity and Islam. Like it's a movie. It's just for entertainment purposes only. Same with that. Well, I mean, I might get to like a few people more than others, but I'm just kidding. No, and that's so inappropriate. Like, if she wanted to, she would let me know. Otherwise, some clown would be coming up and be like, "Hey, leave her alone. Don't disrespect women." I believe that. I could honestly see anybody from any of these groups, like so Snoop Dogg's following, Redman's following, ICP's following, like, you know, any of the gangbang, like it's all about respect. And if you disrespect somebody, that's the accountability of a community. That's about the best way to put that. So, anyways, I want to go play video games. It's already almost 9:30. Now I only have like a couple hours to play, but like I said, this is worth it. Let's see. It's a very long episode. So let's test. I have so many tabs. Let's test the GitHub. For any concerned persons, please visit the ever-changing Google Doc. Below. There, anyone is free to copy paste the link into an incognito window for Chrome or private browsing for Safari and comment their concerns, questions, or kudos anonymously. You can also do so on my YouTube videos. For anyone trying to show support for these projects, please like, view, and comment good things or constructive things on my YouTube videos. Okay, it doesn't autoplay the video, and that's good. I think, yeah, because this, look at that. I look like a criminal organization right there. Okay, let's actually watch this. This is mine. If I get copyright strike. So this is like, so the 3%ers are like the white supremacist gang, and that's CK. We can talk about that another time. But you don't do that. You do 719. That means it's a 7. Wait, hold on. Can we see it? It's like a 7, then a 1, then a 9. Or it might be backwards on the thing. But that's what I'm saying, like, no more whites, and I got the Broncos in the background. And it's actually, you can see, like, it's the same, like, setup as this. Like, alright, anyways. Let's like it. No. And I'm in Fair Play, CK719. So, sorry, that's just the group that my friends and I tried to start way back in the day. It doesn't mean anything. It's not really, it's not a gang affiliation. It's like a wannabe gang affiliation. Let's look at this one, though. Although I don't want to get a copyright for that. But this is an elk that I took a video of in my freaking backyard, yo. And yeah, open source intelligence people probably know where I live now. But again, don't come here. I'll be mad. I'll be mad at you if you come here without texting me or commenting on my YouTube telling me you're coming, or sending me an email telling me you're coming, and then waiting for a response telling you when you can come. And I'd probably tell you to go meet me at some public place, because I don't know if you're going to try to kill me or something. Like, sorry, that's the world we live in. But look at that elk, though. That's pretty sick, huh? Yeah, that's real. That's real. Somebody tried to say it's AI. Shoot it. So AI. I still respond to him. Oh, that's the other thing. Like, if you comment on my stuff, I'm gonna go creep on your page and comment and like on a bunch of things. Maybe. Depends. Comments, maybe. Likes and views, yeah. I mean, we're watching this a few times. And I try not to cheat YouTube. Okay. Too much. Now, they say you can like your own stuff, and they can watch your own stuff. And I do watch my own stuff. And I have 2 kids. And I've watched some things of mine. So, anyways. That's the thing. I don't get paid by YouTube, so it's not even like. And also, I've turned down people that say they offer to pay, or they offer a paid service of like. There's a big thing on XApp, or like I've been approached by some people saying, "Oh, here, let's look at some more." See, like technically, this would be cheating YouTube because I'm watching from a different YouTube account. It's like anonymous because I don't think this one has a real one. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. Like if I see if I try to like it. No, I don't want to do that. See, that's kind of maybe a step too far, But YouTube already knows if I've done that, so I gotta just assume that they're gonna be like, this was too far, or this was not far enough, or they just won't say anything. if they have a problem with it, they're gonna tell me. I feel like, or none of this is gonna actually happen, and this was all just a fun experiment, which I'm fine with that too. I mean, it would suck, but honestly, like, I mean, depending on how big this could get, if we do make like a sequel to the South Park movie, I think we could. But no, only if this is like successful though. Like, and so the ingredients, they are present. Elon Musk has the money, and he has said that he would end world hunger if there was a clear, concise plan to do so. And I think he said 500 billion. But either way, we would need a price tag for this. So let's actually look at that real quick before we go. Fading West. I have talked to these people and said I might have some sponsors that might want to buy some units. Can you give me some pricing? And they sent me some stuff, and I'm like, okay. And I didn't really look at it because, well, one, I tried to look at it and I couldn't figure it out. But two, it doesn't matter until I actually have money in hand or a business in hand saying, hey, Alex, we'll buy this many houses. How much? And I'll be like, here's the website, or I'd actually just put them in contact with each other. I don't need to be involved in that. I'll be like, hey, go get a price quote. There they are. Depending on who this is, because the Volin Trophy idea, let's go back to that. Volin Trophy, it's a beautiful idea. Some of the best, but I'm just kidding. But it turns wealth into a high score game. Instead of hoarding billions, the super wealthy compete for status by solving common enemy problems like hunger or homelessness. Your impact score determines your global respect, not your bank balance. Because that's the thing. Screw your bank balance. That doesn't mean anything. That just means that you played the game better than another. Okay. But people are suffering. That's the game you need to play better. And so now it's like the next step, actually. So, no, actually, don't even. We're not going to poo poo people for having a lot of money. They've won at the game of life up until now. But this is the point. Oh, okay. I'm going to comment. Until of life. Until now. Fallen Trophy is the bonus round. And Fallen Trophy. Well, what are you going to try to correct it to? Monotropy? Fallen Trophy. They've won at the game of life until now, and Fallen Trophy is the bonus round. Comment. Send it. Approve it. Wow. There you go. Oh yeah, there's me. So there's me too. Alright, you can see my emblem. I am the green scarab. There's no real significance to that other than I thought it looked cool. It's green. It's my favorite color. And scarabs, okay, why not? I mean, I have a bunch of Arab friends. I thought that kind of fit. And funny enough, I told them to watch out for the sea goat and the goat, the greatest of all time. And like, there's the goat, and like calling myself like, or actually, I might have another meaning. The greatest of all time at sea. I can't say any more than that. And that's the thing is because this stuff looks so crazy and dangerous and scary. That's why I did this corny video. Oh my god. Okay, let's actually watch this real quick because I do want to talk about this.
I am Alex A-Rye Ryan.
It's like an interview video
Welcome
for
to my
like
YouTube.
Hollywood, maybe.
Welcome.
I don't know, or Elon Musk.
Now, some of the stuff that I do might seem scary, might seem bizarre, might seem strange. But trust me, it's all in good fun. Now, while you're here at my YouTube channel, yes, I'm doing this all one take, no go. Woo! Now, I'm nothing more than a joker, a clown, and a computer scientist trying to figure things out. So, first thing you need to do, check out the BV Accord on my GitHub. That's number one. Number two, take everything I say with a massive grain of salt, yeah? So, when you see something scary or something weird, maybe even something threatening, just know I'm a goofball with a good heart. Now, what else to say? I love Minecraft, first-person shooters. I'll go between musing life concepts to just something absolutely silly. I'm an active cannabis criminal justice reform advocate, as well as all criminal justice reform advocate. I'm sporting the Starbuds. This is my dispensary up in NoCo, Colorado. I rep the 719, the 970, and really, I think we all represent Colorado when we're in here, and that's Colorado, yeah. So, anyways, if I've ever wronged you, taking a shortcut, please know that I am working on that. I'm going to be apologizing to some people. I'm actually going to be one of the first people on the BV Accord to be confessing. So it's a public confession, it's a global confession. If we do this right, we're talking everybody: war criminals, murderers, pimps, no, thieves, predators, and war criminals. Those are the top three. Thieves, though, let's be honest. Government, not above it. Politicians, that's still government, not above it. Rich people, not above it. Because up until now, the penalty was always money. You got that money, you could do anything you wanted. Anything.
Yeah, my voice cracks
without
there.
accountability. That's crazy. You know, I might look a little crazy, but that's crazy. So anyways, we got 1 minute left. What else are we going to say here? So, it's not just me. I got colleagues from law enforcement, corrections, military, intelligence, like gangs, gang leaders, like the ones that hold the keys. They haven't said it yet, but I just have it on good faith that if we can pull this off, they're on board. So, empty the prisons, communal, all that, the BV Accord. We're going to get it. Let's get it. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. And again, sorry if I freak you out. It's not my intention, but my intentions are massive, grandiose, and achievable. All right. Much love, everybody. CK all day. That's for us. For all you, rep your hood, rep your location, whatever. Just show each other love.
Bud.
Hello.
Alright, anyways. So, cringy AF. When my kids see this, they're gonna be like, Dad, you're so embarrassing. Get out of here with that. You support the weed dad. Oh, they already know that, but like, so like, and I'm a good dad. I'm a good parent raising good kids. My co-parent has some concerns about hygiene. We haven't been brushing our teeth as well as could have been, and not showering as much. But there are extenuating circumstances, like, well, it does, and it's already hard, like going back and forth between two houses and stuff. And it's like actually like 5 houses. So, and again, please don't try to come after me or my family. If you got some problems, you could just tell me on any of these things. Just tell me. You know, if you hate the Swaska, good, because it's the kimchi. No, I'm just kidding. And see, that's kind of racist. It's the manji. See, I thought it was some G, like kimchi or manji. It's the manji. Don't worry about it. Like, and you know, 'cause like, what do you got to do to prove to people that you don't hate people based on skin color? I tattooed a Wu-Tang on my leg, and you know, we'll see. I said a lot of bad things about black people just because of the one black guy with my ex. And who could blame me? Like, again, my voice is cracking. Then, like, how am I supposed to compete with that? And he knew it. He knew it. Whoa, whoa. But she didn't want another boyfriend. She just wanted a fling. Like, I'd be okay with that. Like, if it happened today, I'd be like, I mean, it's not my concern. It's not my permission. It's not my area of anything. But given the chance today with E&M, ethical. Oh, yeah, let's actually like do that. Sorry, this is my thing. I'm cutting into my game time for this. So ethical non-monogamy. Is there a wiki? Come on. Simply psychology. Okay, well, let's see about what psychology has to say about this. Ethical non-monogamy is a relationship structure where all involved parties consent to have multiple romantic or sexual relationships with honesty and open communication. Unlike cheating, all actions are above board and ethically conducted with respect for everyone's boundaries and feelings. So that's important. Like, Oh wow, there's whole like relationship anarchy. See, I want to get into polygamy. I want like 2 or 3 like wives, like, and I've got like 3 people picked out. Um, Multiple romantic, like polyamory. That sounds like a lot of work. Like, I mean, I don't even want to date one woman because I don't have any money. But like, I have emotional. Like, yeah, I could do that. Open relationships, yeah. Monogamish, nice. I'd say it'd probably be monogamish. I mean, and actually, let's be honest. I'd probably be like absent. I'm getting older. I'm getting tired. Like, I can only do so much. Like, sorry, I feel like I'm like talking to these women now. You can have your other big parties. It's fine. Sorry, we gotta cut this off. I'm gonna go play some video games. Let's get some Jacob Lyle back on, and I might even stream some Bloodborne because I've been having a lot of fun doing that. But it's already almost 10. I don't know. I'll see. But anyways, for now, I'm done with this. 3.5 hours. Oh, good lord. Let's see how much this gets viewed. It's going on the YouTube either way, so the video on demand, and I imagine it's going to be pretty popular after a while. So, ta-ta for yeah, I'll stream some Bloodborne too. We got till midnight. All right, ta-ta for now. I'll see you later. CK. I'm just kidding. It's not a real thing. It's just like the Illuminati. It's not a real thing. Oh, sorry. Real quick. I can't just say that and bounce. Illuminati. The term Illuminati refers to both to the real historical secret society from the 18th century. Wait, what? Oh, crud. I thought it was fake. Dude, my buddy told me. Refers to both to the. Okay, I apologize to any real Illuminati, but a lot of the bots and scammers are trying to get me to join the Illuminati. But then I tell them, have you heard of the Illuminati? No way! It's a real thing. I should have probably Googled this before I started tagging a bunch of people in it. It's for swingers at E&M. Oh my gosh. Dude, well, never mind. Oh, wait. That could be bad. That might be an 18 plus site. Sorry. You're going to need to look that up on your own, but I think I found the site that I'm going to be going to. I've been tagging my posts with the Illuminati. I mean, I've also been telling Chinese government officials we should legalize weed, but hey, you know, like this stuff too, which oh, okay. I need to be quiet. That could be like a live like ping. Hold on, what was that? Oh, no, it's just a thing to a group that I'm in. Oh. Oh. Oh, sorry. Anyways, I love Google Photos too. They make such cool pictures of me and my family, and they have access to all that stuff. So I kind of got to trust that they're not going to do anything bad to me or to my family. But there you go. People could get a heart attack any day, or like, and like what some of my friends used to say, "You ain't nothing a blade this long can't handle, homeboy." And that's facts. Like that one Jeremy McCraw. Let's see, and that's facts. No, not Drake. Sorry, I'm not a big fan of Drake. Like, I like some of his music, but finding out that he preys on. It's like the R. Kelly thing all over again. And as a dad now, I'd probably break his legs if he tried to hit on my teenage daughter. I think any dad would. Now, if it was my girlfriend, and that's why I almost jumped Cottonmouth Kings. Yeah, you heard that right. I almost got into a fight with these guys. I love their music. Not really. Like they have some good songs. Some of it seems a little overplayed, but the backstory was is I was at a Tech Nine concert in Cottonmouth Kings with the beautiful woman, love of my life. I say that a lot. Is that bad? Like if she's gonna see this, she's gonna be like restraining order. Like, please don't. I'll behave. But like, and I've done good. Like she's been in Colorado, I think. I see, I don't know. I haven't even looked. Google can confirm that I have not searched. I have not tried to stalk. But anyways, we went to a concert here, and actually that weekend we did a whole weekend in Denver. It was a big deal, right? Like we were in Buena Vista. We're high school sweethearts. She was banging. Like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. Anyways, and Tech Nine saying that "Bout to Bubble." Oh man, we drinking and smoking and liking it and drinking and smoking. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And I saw these guys. I delivered pizza to these guys. And I didn't snitch them out to all the juggalos and people running around trying to find where they were. Like, good lord. Like, can you imagine? Like, somehow they found out that they were at that hotel. Like, you almost need somebody, like a bag man, to go grab things for you. Like, not illegal things, even I'm talking about. I mean, probably. Like, little did they know, if they asked me, I could have dropped them off something in a pizza box. I'm just kidding. Who would do that? What? And anyways, so I was in community corrections. oh, I'm just kidding. No. Hmm. But I gave them pizza and they tipped me well. I think it was like $3 on a $30 order. That's great. That's a great tip. Like, thank you, Tech Nine, for tipping me. Although he was on the phone the whole time, but I mean, granted, he was on the road. Like, I mean, it's not my business. Like, to me, he's just another customer that he kept looking at me, and so I was like, "Is this dude gonna get me? Like, what are you looking at me for?" Like, and so it was kind of like one of those things. Like, I think he was waiting for me to notice that he was like someone famous, and I was like, "What's this guy doing? Like, why do you keep walking?" Because he'd walk to this side, and they'd look at me, and I had this strange recognition. Like, I know him from somewhere. I don't know many black people, so how am I drawing a blank on this? Like, and that's not a racist thing. That's just a fact. Like, I mean, I just don't know a lot of black people. Sorry. Like, and then I look over and like, and dude, like, so wait, this dude on the right, that guy with the giant hair, he kept closing his eyes, and I don't think he has pigment on his eyelids. Like, so, and then like that's going on, and they even said something like, "Oh look, we got a sheepskin wearing mountain boy or mountain man." Like, it's like who says that? Like, what? So I'm trying not to swear on camera. Like, I'd be who the f, like, what who the f this and that. But like, and I was wearing just like a snowboarding hoodie with like like a sheepskin, like kind of like material for the inside liner, and it was just a silver tab hoodie, and I don't even know where I got it from. I didn't buy it. Like, I didn't steal it, but people give clothes a lot, like in the world that I live in. But in fact, I got a coat from a norteño. I got a coat from a sureño. I had a coat from a Saudi, but my family threw it away because I think it was real fur. And I don't like real fur, but it was a gift, and like I'm not gonna. And that's offensive. That now I don't know where it is. But, anyways, that was my experience with Tech Nine. Tech Nine was fine. Like, he didn't. Well, especially in that situation, he was just a dad talking to his kids probably on the road. Wait, eat some pizza. Why is this weird white boy staring at him while he's on the phone? But again, he walked over here, looked at me. He walked over here, looked at me. I'm like, what's your deal, dude? Like, seriously, like, like now I know he's famous. He was waiting for me to be like, "Oh my God, you're Tech Nine! Oh my God, we signed my nipples!" Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't. I mean, you never know, but like those Colorado mountain kids with the sheepskin, that would be a story. Nah, I'd probably have him like sign. I don't even know, sign a piece of paper and say, "Well, I don't care." Like, I mean, I'll talk to him on a video chat one day if I get big. That'll be cooler. Like, hey son, come here. This is Tech Nine. He's a legend. Hey yo, this is my son. I did a lot of the same stuff as you, and look what I made. I don't even know. We wouldn't talk like that. We would just talk normal. But, and then Cottonmouth Kings, they tried to get me and my girl, my lady. Sorry, it's not mine. That's possessive. Us, my companion and I, my partner. They wanted. No, actually, partner doesn't begin to describe it. I would kill for this woman. I would start a war for this woman. I would end a war for this. And actually, I even thought that thing in my head, like that Joker. Oh, hold on, we're gonna watch that. We're gonna play it. I might get.
Are you looking at 4x4s on cars.com
Well, and
again?
actually, the backstory to this is what I would actually tell like my next wife or my actual. I've never been married, but my actual wife. Hold on, and in fact, not to sound psycho, but I would like to play the Joker in like a new movie and stuff. This could be an audition for a Joker movie. I'd love it. But like, what I would think about is like this hits so hard. Is like, would you kill? Would you save a life for me? Because my next one is gonna be volunteering. Gonna be like putting in the work, Peace Corps status. Yeah, mandatory. Because I'm gonna be doing it. Like, I mean, that's gonna be my passion. Like, I mean, if they don't want to be part of the passion, then I'm sorry. Like, I mean, you can stay at the commune and just raise our kids. Like, just kidding. No, I wouldn't be like that. But like being encouraging of whoever my next partner is, if I even have one, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I've saved a lot of money by not dating. I gotta say, I kind of like it. I mean, there's some downsides, but mouth is a mouth. It will get the. Anyways, this is what I would tell my next wife.
Question.
And she would be smart.
Would you die for me?
Yes.
That's too easy. Would you live for me?
I forgot he does a little stutter.
Hmm?
Yes.
She's thinking about it now.
Careful.
Also, I know
Do
a guy that
not
looks just
say
like this guy.
oath thoughtlessly.
Kind of acts like him too.
Desire becomes surrender. Surrender becomes power.
Yeah.
You want this?
I do.
This is like the cartel Joker.
Say it. Say it. Pretty, 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 pretty.
Please.
God, you're so good.
Alright, well anyways, we'll turn the sound off in case it is a copyright thing. Actually, we'll just stop the movie too, because I don't want to like, I don't mean any disrespect. We're gonna just go ahead and disclose that, but like, actually, we'll even put it in here. Kind of rereading it over, like from a different set of eyes. Yeah, church. I'll have to add to that. This is like an ever-growing thing. Therapy, father suicide, ethics, women leadership roles, Jewish people. When a mosquito lands on one's junk or privates, they think of alternative options to swatting. And then, yeah, as a half Jewish woman, I would say things like, I got Jude around her and she corrected me real quick. Yeah, because she said, like, that hurts my feelings. Like, that makes me feel sad. And I'm like, I didn't even know. Well, first, like, I mean, I knew she was half Jewish and she would say stuff like, I'm half Jewish. I'd be like, yeah, I know. She's like, so stop saying I got Jude. I'm like, wait, what? What? Isn't that a thing? Like, I don't know. Like, is it based in reality? Like, that's one of those like South Park moments, like the South Park flag episode. So right there, that's what the flag was. It was a bunch of white people hanging a black person, and that was the flag. Like, sorry, spoilers. Like, Chef goes nanners. There we go. And that's the flag. In fact, oh, South Park. In fact, let's put this in here. Let's go back to. So that's a little backstory about me. Key points, key projects, backstory. What? Now what? It's another one. It's someone that. So, anyways, yeah, I need to go play video games. That just kind of like, that's the universe telling me, hey, go play. I mean, it's not. It's some auto chat that I have on. But, anyways, so South Park. I'll add to that. I'll do it again next Sunday. We'll just do this every Sunday. Actually, yeah, let's just do that every Sunday. Well, I'll try to commit to every Sunday doing this, or I might actually be changing to the. Where is it? Global Online Safety Project. Let's actually do this. Let's put this first. FAQ. That is the tech coaching. And, oops. There you go. So the online safety project, I actually have 2 files going with that, which isn't a great thing, but this is actually what Google Gemini generated for me. Yeah, this is where the government, so these are all the things. So, yeah. Okay, so I need to do that. Yeah, okay, that's all. I think that's good. So, all right. Now we can say sign off. Let's see. We got the Denver Nuggets. What should we try to do? Here we go. Ask for much. Because at the end of the day, I don't want much. I want this house that I have, which I'm planning on trying to buy it, or a house. And, eventually. I'm going to keep working. That's all anybody ever wants. I have a nice car. I got to pay it off, but whatever. I can do that. I just got to be patient and keep working hard. So, I mean, I think I'm good. Like, the other stuff, I want world peace. How about that? Let's work on that, huh? And that's the same with Jacob Lyle here. Like, oh, love his music.
Every day begins with the promise of something new, a new perspective,
a
fresh start. At Banner,
A new
it's
perspective.
delivering
That's
renowned
funny that we're
primary
talking about
and
that, but
specialty care to our community.
anyways.
It's Banner MD Anderson Cancer Center
Well,
experts
hope you
in
enjoyed this
Greeley
as much
and
as I
Loveland,
enjoyed making it.
working
I
with
am a
you
little
and
worried
your
about my
doctor to treat
reputation, but at the
cancer.
same time, and my job,
Performing
and
the
my
region's
kids, and
first
all sorts of
robotic
things. There's a
assisted
lot of
heart valve
things on the
repair.
line. Like,
We did
I don't
that.
do this stuff,
Impressive, right?
half-assed.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's
I use
just
a full
another
asking
Banner day.
of
Banner
just kidding.
Health.
But anyways, wait, actually, I'm not done saying the outro. So, again, if you have any comments, concerns, questions, direct them to comments on my YouTubes. On the document itself, you can comment directly there. If you don't care about people saying, you can just comment on stuff. If you do care about it, copy it, open up a new incognito window, paste it, go to it. Okay, that kind of glitched out there. Oh, there you go. You'll see me there if I'm there. I don't know. Then you can comment in that, but let's go ahead and exit that. So there are ways. If you have concerns, direct them to the public, and the public can talk to you about it. And everything should be out and open and transparent, because I don't want to have to privately discuss any of this. This is all in the open. Honestly, I don't want to talk to Putin or President Xi or President Putin or President. Now that sounds scary as all hell. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be against it, but like, talk about national security, me saying something stupid. You can just watch my YouTube. All right, but he knows. I hope he knows that I don't mean ill will to any of these people. In fact, if you're listening, I don't know Russian, but this is at the end of the video. Hopefully, someone would like chop it and send it. Your Secret Service and everything. So the Kremlin. Now this is where it's crazy. Maybe I should just do a short and be like, "Hello." But, that's even crazier. Please know I mean good for everybody. No more death, no more war, peace. I've actually already told Russia this, so like the Kremlin already knows about me through Coding Game. So yeah, so I'm not too worried. I think they already know pretty much who I am, good or bad. But that's actually good for my part because they know that I'm not some schemer trying to take advantage of them or trying to get America to win one over on them. No, nobody's gonna win one over anybody. And that's facts. Sorry, I totally just stole that from Jeremy Cord that actually has been to prison. I haven't been to prison, so. Anyways, we don't ask for much, just peace, just world peace. Alright, thanks for stopping by, thanks for watching the video, and let's try to do it. Let's go. Alright. Ta-ta.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, it's Jacob Lyle. And all I wanna do is all that I know. And all I wanna do from the roots of it. I ain't afraid to take it back to the truth of it. Ain't afraid to give back, you should do something. A small town, hold it down, and I do love it. See, I'm right here, and I can't lie to y'all. See, I'm just glad that I'm here so I can rhyme to y'all. Okay, my life, I like it simple, like maybe that's why I seem to like the nice and simple type. Man, I'm chillin' on this riverbank, no shirt, no shoes, don't care what my liver thinks. So tell me who's selling out. I don't think it's me, I took a solid route. I ain't trying to find a boot, I ain't in a haunted house. You can find me working or I'm with my dog up on the couch. See, we don't ever ask for much, just a couple $100 in a pickup truck. See, I don't ever ask for much, long as I can have fun when the time has come. I guess I'm just a laid-back country folk, tucked up in the house down a country road. I was country born and now I'm country grown, nothing but solid gold in these country souls. I don't never ask for much, just a couple $100 in a pickup truck. And I don't never ask for much, or maybe I don't ask for enough. Wanna know who I am from the roots of it. Ain't afraid to take it back for the truth of it. Ain't afraid to give back, you should do something. Small town, hold it down, and I do love it. You wanna know who I am from the roots of it. I ain't afraid to take it back to the truth of it. Ain't afraid to give back, you should do something. Small town.